Good evening, everyone, and grid anniversary, 4 years. How's it going? I know I had this scheduled for 7:30. Honestly, the
7:15.
Well, I scheduled the stream
Oh,
for
you
7:30
scheduled it for
because
7:30.
I didn't
okay.
remember what time you had done it. But
Gotcha.
are we coming through clearly, everybody? Is it sounding good? I was fiddling with the sound earlier.
Hello, Jen.
I added like a noise gate, so hopefully, because we got new little mic arms instead of those fuck ass annoying little mic stands. Oh, Jordan probably wrecked your ears with that. That's okay. We're still learning the arms and everything. It's funny because when we first upgraded microphones, or our first little set of microphones, we had arms, but they sucked because they were like the ones that kind of come up and then down, and
they were a pain in the ass to
they were a pain in the ass.
Tinker.
So now we've got
Bell
some
1980. Thank you.
Little low profile ones. 5 subs or 5 memberships. Let's go. I've been watching a lot of Twitch lately. Sorry. Welcome to the family, all of y'all who received a membership.
Did you ever post those like 30-minute bloopers?
No, I've yet to edit those ones from the last video.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I don't ever think about it until I'm sitting down right here.
Right.
Lydia Wassman. Happy 4 years, y'all. Thank you. Thank you.
It's not clipping our voices off or anything, right? I feel like I got Kool-Aid mustache.
Happy channel birthday. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, 4 years, y'all.
I can't believe it's been 4 years.
Is he calling for me? Jen, why are you gifting 5 memberships?
Jen, thank you.
We're playing stuff. We're playing it by ear right now because our son is in kind of a moment where he's like, it's boring going to bed. Like, okay, yeah, bud. That's just how it is. Sorry, dude. I got to turn this down. It's kind of getting annoying. It's just what it is. So he's awake right now and just reading to himself, but we're trying to get him on the straight and narrow
Jen.
again. We love you, Jen. You're amazing.
Your kids go to bed and they don't always go to bed right away. You know,
right.
That's just what it is.
Jen makes not even her likeness makes an appearance in this week's video, but her voice makes an appearance, and an icon of her channel also makes an appearance. So just for a second.
It's true.
So did we get that scheduled already, or?
Nope, because I was talking to Jen about it, and then I never scheduled it.
Anyway, to finish that little thought. The thumbnail is done. The thumbnail is done. To finish that thought, Jordan's going to work on getting it scheduled, I guess. Do you want to do that right now?
I will do it right now.
And I can field some questions or do whatever we want to do. But to finish the train of thought there, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's you being an icon, Jen. Litterbox Hero already knows.
There's like a fly in here.
Yeah, there's like a little fruit fly. Tomorrow, we're going to have a new episode coming out. So get ready. Those of you who received membership, I don't know what the gifting membership, how much that ends up being.
I think you also have to have it like turned on in your settings too, don't you?
Yeah, to receive it.
Which is like really annoying. I feel like that should just be on
automatically. But the second tier, not the Ex-Mormon tier, that's the lowest tier that you just use for watch parties. But the one after that, the terrestrial or whatever, you can watch the new video as soon as we're done streaming tonight. So
yeah, all you people just got access.
It's already up and ready for you to do. So if you just got gifted a membership or whatever, then you can head over there after and check it out. I already posted about it this afternoon, and you can watch it. We don't put ads on those ones. We were waiting to get ad integration approved by a brand, and they already approved it, so you don't have to watch that crap. I cut it out. So there are benefits to doing that. Heyo. Anyway, oh, this is really heavy on the bottom. I saw it in the viewfinder. How's everyone doing? It's nice to see some faces familiar faces that we see often on our live streams because we haven't been doing it in a long time. There's just been no reason to stream, and it's been really difficult.
We did have like a monthly thing going for a minute.
Yeah, we did for a little bit.
But then life has just been insane. Our chat isn't caught up anymore.
Is this one not? Yeah, what's going on here?
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Because somebody just gifted memberships. Who was it? Nicole K.
Nicole Kovacs.
Thank you, Nicole.
Shout out. The drink for the evening. This is a brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk. It's not really brown sugar. It's stevia brown, but you know. Whatever. Trying to cut down on calories, but I need a little pick-me-up. But yeah, we're back.
I don't know what to title this.
I don't either. The episode is about Lexi Watts. If you guys are aware of that whole situation, if you're on TikTok, you might be aware. My working title was a little bit Alexis, but obviously that doesn't really paint a picture of what we're talking about.
It's very viral on TikTok right now. If you're on like Mormon-y adjacent influencer TikTok, because it's a like Mormon runner, popular TikToker girl, but she has like allegations of being a high school teacher and dating a student.
Yep.
And some other really sketchy, weird behavior. These are all just, you know, claims from people who went to her school allegedly. You know, we got to be careful about all of this because this is all
Hannah was Lone Peak. Didn't Hannah used to live in Utah County?
I can't remember. It was Lone Peak High School.
It was Lone Peak.
For anybody who's in Utah.
Yeah, anybody in Utah County. If I remember correctly, I didn't mention this in the episode because I wasn't sure. But if I'm not mistaken, Lone Peak is kind of a bougie high school, right? Of like the Utah County, because like my cousins went to American Fork High School, and they were always like haters of Lone Peak. I never understood it. Oh, my MTC companion went to Lone Peak High School. Pretty sure, but he's my age, so there would be no overlap there.
Yeah. This was very recent. Yeah, so this is all in the video tomorrow. We go over all the claims that have been put out there. We go over all like the actual evidence we have, which is like a lot of photos. So it was a very interesting episode, and we give you background on like who she is and like her Mormon background and, you know, getting married in the temple and like all that stuff. So yeah, it's a wild one. I wasn't expecting this, and then I posted in the subreddit and people were like, oh, this is bad, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, so that'll be up tomorrow at 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
So please come join the live chat.
Once Jordan gets it put up, I'll show off the thumbnail to y'all.
I don't know what the title is without sounding like she's
a criminal.
Yeah, because she's not.
Let's get out in front of that. We're protecting our asses over here.
Not getting sued over here for making claims that things aren't true, but
she's definitely not Joseph Smith level, but maybe adjacent. No, that's rude, but don't like her. Somebody said espresso at 7:30. Yeah, I have ADHD. And it doesn't do jack shit to me. You didn't include screenshots of
the divorce decree, did you?
No, I didn't because I wasn't sure if I should.
You have asked me for that.
Sorry.
I sent it to you.
Sorry. Oh, and I forgot to add those other photos. Those other wedding photos. I was doing a lot. And you weren't there. Jordan was studying for her licensure exam. She's almost done with her hours, y'all. She's studying for her exam already. Does she have a creepy name change? Surprisingly not.
Surprisingly no. I just need one job. One. Because like it's too much.
So everybody share our channel like, so Jordan can just do this as a job and we can do more videos every week.
I need one fucking job.
Slay. Thanks, Grace. Anyway, yeah. So we got that coming up. Ooh, the spring is rolling around, and I actually just thought about it this morning. Spring's coming up, and Provo's Most Eligible should be returning soon.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be coming at some point.
Firebird with the 1 gifted membership. Thank you. We much appreciated. Provo's Most Eligible is going to be coming back soon. So we will definitely be getting back on the Provo's Most Eligible live stream grind. We will be doing that, so fear not. Because we're fan. Honestly, if they've got merch this year, I'm buying merch. Because, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Rebecca. Shout out to fellow neurodivergents. We love that. Yeah, Provo's Most Eligible. Also, you know what? Let me just show y'all. So, I sent this to Jordan this morning. Interesting little thing that I came across on Instagram. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, go through every screenshot that I've sent you.
I know. Jordan had to send me a bunch of screenshots earlier. Oh, shit. Well, Jordan will get some free.
Heather, being a member for 27 months. OCC covered this. I didn't even see that. Yeah, my junior year teacher got knocked out by one of my class. Oh, my God. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
How did we get here?
This is what I discovered. Provo's Most Eligible the official account follows Hassan Piker. That's insane. That's insane. Also, if you want a cool tattoo, since she's in there.
Those are tattoo artists.
Jordan Ashley here in good old Denver. If you're in the Denver area, hit her up. She's amazing. Never had a tattoo heal this nicely. It's fucking great.
She's incredible.
She didn't get jail. She got probation for like 5 years, then married the kid the week after her probation ended. Are you serious?
That's insane.
That's...
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Extremely rare PME win. That's what I would say. Provo's Most Eligible would follow Hassan Piker. Probably. It's probably run.
I mean, it's been so long.
By my fucking boy.
Remington. I don't know. It's been so long since that show premiered. Maybe some of them have left the church now.
I know. That's like the weird.
Thank you, Carrie Ann.
Should we watch? We've never watched the. Oh, there might be copyright stuff in there.
I guess it depends on if they used music or not.
Oh, shit. I gotta go upstairs. His Majesty beckons me. If you'll excuse me. Sorry, Jordan.
No, that's fine. Let me finish saving this so then all of you will get the notification for this video. I just noticed YouTube unsubscribed me. YouTube. God. That doesn't surprise me because I've had people tell us that before, or have had like seen people that are like, oh, it like unsubscribed me from this channel. Yeah, so annoying. I don't understand why that is. And YouTube sometimes doesn't notify people. They'll get messages that are like, I didn't even know that you put a video out because YouTube didn't tell me. And so make sure you have the little bell turned on, because otherwise YouTube doesn't do its job. You were unsubscribed to? What the fuck? That's crazy. Having YouTube be your job is like crazy, because it's like working with this like unknown entity that wants specific things but also isn't clear on what it wants, and sometimes it will reward you for doing something and be like, hey, you did really good with this, here's a bunch of views on this video and you're gonna get a bunch of subs, right? And then sometimes you put out a video that takes like, you know, 1 million hours and then it totally fucking flops. So you never really know what YouTube wants. A bunch of people said that they were unsubscribed from our channel by YouTube. So screw YouTube.
A bunch of you got unsubscribed and we still hit 100K.
Mary, I'm doing great. Thank you. And they lie about the AdSense each month. I try not to look at it for that reason, Jen, because I'm just like, I don't. Until it hits my bank account, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. YouTube turned your bell off?
There has to be some fucking reason for that. Because that's been like
YouTube isn't
an age-old problem that they've had.
It's like working for the state government. Yeah, I feel for anybody working for the state or federal government right now.
Our kid is a genius. He wanted a brick separator to turn the pages of the book.
Oh, okay.
Extremely common YouTube L. Real.
Okay, let me finish. Let me save this.
Jordan's doing this, and then we'll have our big reveal.
Our big reveal. We still have another secret announcement that's coming up. But we can't talk about it still.
Oh, yeah. We've been talking about that secret for forever. This is a new secret.
That one's been the hardest secret to keep. But
yeah, and that one keeps getting pushed back. Originally, it was going to be early March.
Now it's like
fall.
End of summer.
So we gotta wait, but we're excited about it nonetheless.
We love Hannah Alonso. Oh my god. I followed her before her channel took off. And then seeing her channel take off was crazy. It was so cool to see. Because now I look like her videos come across my feed when she posts new stuff, right? And it's like 5 million views or like 1.1 million views. And I'm like, damn, girl. And that's just it. You never know when, like, she was so surprised by that whole thing because I remember talking to her about it and was like, I don't even know what happened. The algorithm just put me on the right page at the right time, and that's how we got to be successful. And it's crazy. But she works really hard, and I love her videos.
We love that. Should I pin this one?
Which one? Oh, sure. We'll pin that message for Victoria. I can't say anything about it, but we'll pin it for you.
Okay.
Is McKay pregnant?
Jordan donated her uterus to me. I was without, and now I am with, and I'm with child. And World's Okayest Mom said, band shirt for the night. It is Disimperium, which was a band that I discovered. And then they promptly split up last summer. Or right after their debut album came out, but yeah, it was a guy that I came across on TikTok. His original username was Baja Blast Beat. He had a couple big videos that go across. And then like they had they were trying to get funding for their album, and I bought their little single on a 7-inch, and then when the album came out I bought a test press of that one because I thought it was really awesome. But then they broke up, which sucked. But the guy Sean, shout out Sean, he's like Callum Obscurum or something on TikTok now because he does like Elden Ring streaming. I asked him, I was like, yo, I didn't ever get a chance to get a shirt or whatever. And he was like, oh, hold on, I got you, send me like some shipping money or whatever. And he sent me like 4 shirts and like little patches and shit. Like, cool guy. McKay named the new baby Colorado Fairly. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right?
That's a good one. An owl outside your house? Oh, I recently saw this video.
I would love an owl.
On TikTok of a lady who was like besties with an owl. And they had moved like a couple blocks down the street, and the owl like followed them and would show up, and she would feed the owl every night, like out of her hand. So cute. The deathcore to gamer pipeline is an actual.
I don't remember what it was. I'm just gonna say wild allegations. That's fair, right?
Yes, I think wild allegations is perfect.
Okay.
Allegations.
Okay, so this should be. People should, in theory, be getting a notification.
Y'all, there's a The star of the show is right over here off camera, but he's just perched. Looking. Hold on, maybe I'm gonna do something a little dangerous here. We're gonna pick up the camera.
I'm scared.
I've never done this before.
Baloney.
Hold on, let's see if I can. There we go. Guys, I'm confused. Me too.
In terms of a service, we will let you know.
You will know. Don't worry.
You will know for sure.
Fear not. I'm gonna remove the pin now so we can.
Orange
Ow! I didn't mean to delete the message. I'm sorry, Victoria. I didn't mean to do that.
You're good now.
Can I undelete it?
You can just unpin it.
I can just unpin it.
Okay. There
now all the people in the future are gonna be like, "What did it say?
What did it say?" Okay, I think it's up now. So the
below knee.
The video premiere.
I'll throw it up on the screen so everybody can see.
Yes. The main event, right off stage here. I was going to say you're going to have to refresh it.
Stage right. Right? Stage right.
So make sure to go comment on the video before it starts. That allegedly helps the algorithm.
Does it?
We don't really know.
Does anybody know?
Nobody knows what helps the algorithm. Otherwise, all of us would be like as popular as Mr. Beast. Okay.
Right. There you go. Boom.
There it is.
Shout out.
There it is.
Hey, look, it's us right here.
Boom. Boom.
Down on the bottom. We're all down here. Hey, everybody. I'm going to have to go back up, guys. And then we can make our announcements. So give me a moment. This is probably like, at best, second to last time I'm going to have to go up there.
Welcome, Sarah J. I don't think YouTube knows the algorithm. Honestly, I don't think it does either, quite honestly. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Thank you. I spent like an hour on this thumbnail. I go different directions thinking I want to do it a certain way, and then I quit because I hate it and start over. So, I'm not a graphic designer. I wish we had somebody to just do thumbnails, because like I'm okay at it, but it's definitely like one of my least favorite things to do. Okay. Congrats on 4 years. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hero Canton gifted 20. Holy shit, dude. Thank you. Unless you're doing ASMR slime unboxing, the algorithm does nothing. That's real. That's so real. So all of you that are getting gifted memberships right now, just know that tomorrow's video is already live for you. So if you'd like to go watch it beforehand. And then you've also got like exclusive content, other things maybe you haven't seen before, ad-free stuff. Like feel free to go on through there and check out what's available. 20 gifted. Hero Canton always coming in with the crazy gifted. We appreciate it. Hello from Parker. I haven't been a Parker in years. Oh, I'll show you guys my recent crochet object. Bloopers! Yeah, now, especially you guys, all of you that are members can participate in the next watch party. We're going to be doing, I think it's Princess Bride that we decided on. So, you just have to be like the lowest member tier. It's like $1 a month, and it's because copyright stuff, we can't do it on YouTube. So we do it on Discord, and you can just hop over there and join us for the watch parties. They're really fun. Thank you for the luck on my licensing exam. I'm already stressing about it. I know it's probably not going to be a big deal, but it stresses me out. I've stressed out about it for the last 2 years now. Patreon membership applies to YouTube. Like, it's essentially the same. Like, it's essentially the same thing, just on a different platform. So you can join the watch parties on Discord, regardless of whether you're in Patreon or YouTube. All you have to do is join the Discord.
Oh, T Froggy's asking about pet pictures.
Hero of Canton gifted 20.
Damn.
Because of
Hero
course.
of Canton.
Oh yeah,
do you have pets that you can send a picture of? We got a big stack of them, and I've figured out how to put them. We're gonna put them on the backdrop. We're just gonna use some magnets. I've already tested it. We just haven't had time to throw them up there yet. But we wanted to get a whole bunch. We were holding off to get a whole bunch before. Write names on them, please, or like a note or something. We want to be able to remember who is whose.
This is Bacon. At 22 pounds, her lovely owner wrote, "The largest cat every vet tech has ever seen." So we love that for her.
We love Bacon.
Kendall, thank you for joining. Let's see what else we got here. What else do we got? Waffles.
Waffles. Rest in peace, Waffles.
And Jojo. Rip Jojo. These are the cutest. Cow Cat. I have the name for this one written somewhere, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Mao.
Chairman Mao.
Chairman Mao. Pico.
Pico. Are we just going through everybody's?
I just have to show
Ollie.
you how cute they are.
Bring them back a little bit toward your face because it's a little bit smaller, but it'll be clearer. Oh, do you want me to zoom?
Pico, Ollie. No, don't zoom in on my face. Ripley.
Dogs are welcome. Pets. All pets.
This one fucking sent me. I don't know which one of you sent this one, but this is Murphy. So
Murph.
If you're asking how you send pet pics, everybody has just sent these to our P.O. box. So in the description,
bottom of the description
of this video, you will see our P.O. box address, and you can just send your photos there.
We welcome Kendall.
Augustrada.
Welcome to the terrestrial kingdom.
Zero.
Oh.
This person put
He's a little
the tape
sloth.
names on there, which I love and appreciate.
However you want to do it.
Ivy.
Bony macaroni. I love bony macaroni.
Chiron.
It sounds like I'm being summoned yet again. We made it to the bed, so
Brody.
hopefully he's asking to turn off the light.
This is from Sarah. I don't know if Sarah's in here or not. We got tiny baby Lucy. She's so cute. She's got a little grump face. Baloney's just sitting here staring at me awkwardly now. Julia and Leo. She made this little Valentine's Day card. It's so cute of the two of them. Julia, I don't know if you're in here or not. Can't remember the name of this one. I have the letter somewhere. And then Reese Witherspoon. I don't know if Reese's parents are in here. I'm pretty sure this is Moose. Whitney Walters, welcome. And then we have Star. So cute. And then Stormy. Little long kitty. We love this. So that's what I have so far. I haven't gone to the P.O. box in a minute. I need to go again. So if you'd like to have your little pet photo behind us, feel free to send it into our P.O. box and we will hang them up. Thank you, Hannah, for clarifying about membership. Yeah, if you want to join YouTube member, like if you scroll down a little bit, there's a little join button right next to our channel name under the video. So that is that. They are all baby. Our yellow lab was diagnosed with neurological disease, so he has to use a doggy wheelchair. He's still handsome even while he's wheeling around. Oh, that's so cute. Yes, thank you, The Void. That's our P.O. box right there.
This is why I'm getting into shape, because Jesus Christ.
I was going to say, getting your exercise in, doing our 2 sets of stairs. Baloney it looks like he's plotting something, honestly.
Trying to get him into the vet. His eye is doing something weird.
He has something weird going on with his eye, so now he's got to go to the vet again. Because he always has a problem.
He's always got an issue. And then when I'm going up and down the stairs, all I can think of is an immigrant in building government funds. I can see the headlines. Your career is done.
Shout out Hamilton. We haven't actually gotten anything weird in our P.O. box. Somebody really nice sent us cute little orange kitty cat coasters.
We have got one weird thing in the P.O. box.
What was the weird thing?
Melissa sent us a potato.
Oh, Melissa sent us a potato. Yes. I don't think she's in here, but Melissa sent us a potato. I think we still have like
It doesn't count. The little sticker.
Like this is.
Oh, yeah.
We got sex toys all over the drawer because of
Yeah.
Melissa.
Boom.
Potato.
I am in my fitness era. I also want to have a better year hiking this year. So. Boom. Oh.
There we go. Potato.
There we go. Potato. Couch potato, even. Anyway.
Hamilton is iconic. We love Hamilton.
I like Hamilton. It's not my favorite. But it is. There's a lot of catchy music.
The music is incredible. Okay. So, your P.O. box sounds like a magical place. It really is. It really is. Feel free to send us whatever as long as it's not illegal or inappropriate.
The post office is a magical place. Anyway, should we get on with our... there's a lull. Hopefully he's sufficiently... He called me up because I didn't get his brick separator to turn the pages out of the book.
Phantom of the Opera Truther, right here. Right here. Since I was like 11 years old, right here.
Jordan's always been a fan.
And Hadestown. Hadestown's up there. We're going to see the Book of Mormon musical in May. So we can finally cross that off our list because people ask us that all the time. You can see the entire Hamilton soundtrack from front to back. I'm getting there. That's such a flex, honestly. Anything from Japan? Y'all got like universal health care over there? Can you send that?
Can we get a little bit of that?
You can send us anything. We actually had somebody from Australia when we still lived in Utah send us a bunch of like Australia snacks. I don't know if they're still a patron or not, but they sent us a bunch of stuff.
Don't break the bank.
Yeah, don't break. We're seriously not that important.
There are a lot of things that we can get here, like at a world market or whatever. Obviously, it's not going to be like the most crazy selection of all time, but.
So yeah, if you want to send us stuff, feel free, but don't feel obligated.
Do not feel obligated.
We're not that cool. Yeah, the train
did you say that we're going to see the...
Yes, I did. In May. May. Okay, so I've been avoiding this.
You've been avoiding what?
Not gonna lie, because it stresses me out. Our change, our announcement.
Oh, our announcement. Let me bring it back up real quick because I was trying to see if the audio was turned on loop back and it wasn't going.
Baloney is still sitting there.
It might be kind of loud for a second. Hold
on. Okay, we have to talk about it first before you put it up there.
Rebrand. Okay, what do you want to say about it? Loopback does not look like it's going right now.
Gasp.
Change is in the wind.
Guns and Ships is iconic. Okay, so I'm only nervous about this because I have anxiety, and anytime we do anything different with the channel,
it's our baby, right?
It's our baby, our virtual internet baby, and it stresses me out. So anytime we make changes or do anything different, it scares me. So for the 4th anniversary of our channel, we're switching to family vlogging. Y'all would have to all unsub because we'd be terrible. I've been avoiding this and you got a commercial. Clearly YouTube wants to avoid it more. Thank you, YouTube, for that. So it's not necessarily that big of a change. Like, we're just doing, so nobody panics, we're just doing kind of like a branding update. Like, the content's not going to change.
Right.
How we do things isn't going to change. Like, nothing like that. It's literally just like updating some visuals and like things related to the channel and the name. So when we started our channel 4 years ago, we had no idea what the fuck to name it.
So we're like, Jordan and McKay, our names.
Literally just our names. That was it. Because that's what we did on TikTok. So we just kept it consistent when we moved over here. And so we just left it at that because we were like, It's also really hard to describe like
what we do.
Because it's like niche, but also kind of broad at the same time. So it took us a while, but we sat with it for a long time trying to figure out, like, if we were to change our name, what would it be? And it took us a hot minute and it stressed me out, but we approached a lovely graphic designer. What is her name? I think it's Lauren Marvell. Let me just shout her out real quick because she was great.
Didn't we get suggested her by
Jen?
Jen's always doing it.
Yes. Lauren Marvell on Instagram. She's the LM Illustrates on Instagram. She has great creativity.
She's awesome.
She's great. So to shift from Jordan and McKay, because I feel like McKay pointed this out to me, and I think you mentioned it yesterday in our video too. I think sometimes, like, when you hear our name, we get lumped in. Oh, hi, Lauren.
Welcome, Lauren.
We love Lauren.
She's right there. Give her some love.
We love Lauren. Go follow her on Instagram. LM_illustrates. So I feel like McKay pointed out the other day that sometimes we get lumped in with, like, you know, the content creators on YouTube who just do like couple skits.
Or like pranks.
Or like pranks and shit because they just do their name.
Family vloggers and...
And so it's not very specific and it doesn't really give people any kind of idea what we do. Like, if we're talking about it, like, and it's almost awkward for me sometimes when people are like, oh, what's your, like, if we're talking to somebody in person and people are like, oh, what's your YouTube channel? And it's like,
so uninspired.
Our names.
So
like,
uninspired.
That's it. It's just our name. So we figured it's time for a change. So we talked with Lauren, gave her our ideas, and she came up with lovely new logo and new name.
We're going to do it.
Like Mormonism. We're getting a new name.
We're getting the new name. We're getting endowed. We've been endowed with our check mark on YouTube.
It's true.
So we're going to do it on mute because my computer forced an update and I didn't realize that it broke loop back. So.
But wait, because you guys always talk about how much you love the music. So we're at least not changing the intro music.
Yeah.
We might add something to the outro music, but we're not changing the intro music. We might change it up
on the outro. But yeah, the intro for now
will stay the same.
It's just staying the same. But drum roll, please.
I'm so stressed.
I'm just gonna hit play on this. I gotta move the little.
I'm so stressed.
Move the little player here so it's not in the way. All right, ready?
Okay.
Viral virtue.
So this was the best that we could come up with that sums things up in a minute way.
Short and sweet little.
So.
Oh hell yeah! Everybody's loving it.
Oh good.
Glad to see we
kept the prayer hands because I feel like it's like
our
it's part
icon,
of it now.
Right?
Lauren, I hope you are seeing all these people that love all of this. This is just one thing that she did for us. We have other things that we can show you too. But yeah, the neon prayer hands will stay. And look who has decided to
look
grace
who's
us.
come. Oh, little periscope.
Periscope.
Boom.
Is your leg busted? What are you doing?
Boom. We need to get a soundboard and we'll put like a submarine sound for when
every time you go. That would be
little
great.
Radar sonar
that would
sound.
Be great.
That'd be so funny.
So we figured viral virtue kind of encompasses a lot of what we do, right? Like virtue representing the religious component and the people on our channel who, the Mormon influencers who try to appear so virtuous and yet not, and the viral component, right? Like, are you okay, Baloney?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave you. Guys, I am in prison right now. I hate this so much that we're having to go all the time to go in there.
Botox ad. I love that. So you'd wear that on a hoodie. Okay, so that's what we were thinking is we got to update our merch next. So that is the name. That is what we will be like changing it to. It's still like it's Viral Virtue with Jordan and McKay, right? So like trying to keep it consistent so people still know that it's us. But this is the way we're moving. This is what we're moving forward with. It's a literal virtue signal. That is so funny. That is perfect. Ooh, stickers. We haven't done stickers in a minute. Should we do that again? We love the sticker idea. We love the merch idea. Straight up way cooler than your names. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Because that's the conclusion I feel like we arrived at this point, is that our names just don't do it. And so I think this solidifies things better. And I get it. I don't like change either. I fucking hate change. And so this whole thing has stressed me out, and I have just put it off even till this point because I was so nervous about it. Like, it's beautiful and perfect, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But anytime you do a change, right, it's like, it's scary. So I'm seeing lots of merch, stickers, magnets. Oh my gosh, I love that. No rejoining or resubscribing is necessary. Everything stays the same. Like, the most that you'll see is updates to like the channel name, the channel logo, some of like our social media. I think I'm going to leave some of it the same, like in terms of like the actual handles, because we're still Jordan and McKay, even though the name is different. So yes. And the color scheme was all Lauren. She's got an eye clearly for this, and it looks great. And then when McKay gets back, because I don't know how to work any of this shit, I'll show you like our circular version of it that we have that we can use also. Let's be on the backdrop behind you also. This one, like in replace of that, I almost thought about doing like getting a new light up with this, like having somebody make this version of it, but I'm torn because I still love the prayer hands. Yes, thank you. Colors are similar but also more vibrant. We wanted to like keep with the color scheme we already have, right? Like the purples, the pinks. And we should have done Satan's Ponzi scheme, right? That would have been hilarious. Baloney's our emotional support demon.
The thing with Viral Virtue, and the reason why I liked it so much, is the alliterative component. Because I've always been so jealous of Fundy Fridays.
It's so snippy.
Jealous.
Like, it rolls off the tongue.
Viral Virtue.
It's perfect.
So, anyway, yeah.
So, everybody wants merch. Everybody wants stickers.
Okay.
Just to update you. Everybody wants merch of this. And, let's see. Literal virtue signals.
Virtue signals, y'all. Okay, well, that's where it's coming from. We gotta figure out how to
incorporate that somehow.
Yeah, we gotta do some stickers, because there's like some variations. Do I have the folder on my...
I can airdrop it to you if you want.
I have it on my phone for sure. Hold on.
Now we're twinning, Fundy Fridays. We also have a website I'm working on. That was also at direction of Jen and James after they couldn't even get the domain name that they originally wanted because it was already gone by the time they got around to it. So
fundyfridays.net is pretty awesome though.
I do love that though. I feel like it's perfect.
Especially with their whole aesthetic. It's just
I love it. So I'm working on the website. I'm hoping to have it done tonight. So I will post on Instagram. So you will see that coming up. Oh my God, that's what we need to call announcements. Virtue signal.
Virtue signal income.
Brilliant. Virtue signal incoming. Oh my God, I love that. That's perfect.
Where is this dumbass folder?
New sign with the same logo. Yeah, I see. I love that idea too. I don't know. I love our prayer hands, but Jen and James also have the alliterative first names. Yeah, that's also part of it too. Because like Jordan and McKay is just not.
If it were Jen and James, it would make a lot of sense. Morden and McKay, we should have done that. And you could legally change your name. It's pretty easy, turns out.
We'll keep with the theme of changing names, right? So McKay's going to pull up the rest of the stuff that Lauren also made for us so that when you see it, it will be familiar to you.
Yeah, let me throw this up here.
And Ellie Thor, welcome. I don't know if I said welcome to you to the Jack Mormon tier already.
Yeah, look at this horse shit. When I pull up Loopback, this is what I see. I didn't think to check this because I forgot that my computer just decided, hey, we're going to install an update. So I don't know what. Oh, wait, I need to get another update? An update is required. I don't have time to do that right now.
I am Big Pentameter. Not beating the virtue signal allegations. Might as well lean into them.
Iambic pentameter. There was somebody in the slam death metal subreddit the other day. They're like, what do you guys think about a Shakespeare themed slam band called Icelandic Penslameter? But Icelandic kind of looks like Islamic, so probably not the best idea. Smoke signal word virtue.
Pimp my ride. Okay. While McKay is pulling this up.
I had sent this. Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't downloaded to my phone.
See, Mary, that's the thing that I was worried about. Is we talked about it in our next video, so kind of people have an idea, and I think we're also going to post about it on Instagram, just to like go again and just like try to get it out there as much as possible, because I am worried that people are going to be like, "What the hell? What happened to this?" You know?
Yeah. I never subscribed to this. That's kind of the
that's what we are a little bit worried about.
Scary thing.
Jen, that's so awesome. So proud of you guys. Y'all have grown so much and stayed consistently well researched.
Sorry.
Where did it go? Oh, you have great personalities and I respect you so much. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Your friendship means the world to us. I still have the postcard. Oh my gosh, you wrote from the stickers I ordered on my wall. Yes, I remember when you guys ordered from us. I literally remember writing on that card because we were so stunned that you guys had ordered from us. It was so nice. Virtue. Yes, potato. Virtue. If y'all ever do a food haul, oh, that would be funny. See, look at you guys coming up with all these creative ideas. This is why we love you guys. A shirt with the temple handshakes on the back would be fire.
Hold on, where's the
McKay's pulling up all the
other ones. Hold on. Sorry, y'all.
That's okay. Living in distortion. Oh man, what would we do without Jody and Ruby?
We have extra
They're
variants.
so terrible.
There's also this one. I'll throw them up on screen for everybody.
So this one has the hands in it.
Little variant there. We also got this one, which I think we're going to use down it where it says, it's all cut off. I can't believe we've had that up there for years now. What does that say? The little frowning face in the corner. Don't get your
garmies in a bunch.
Don't get your garmies in a bunch. We'll put this where that goes.
So you'll see that there now.
Yeah. And then there's a black one of that. You guys don't want to see that. And then
I need a soda tumbler. That would be cute.
There's the color one. We also got a black and white one right here. Boom.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that black and white one would look good on like a little tumbler or whatever.
It would. It'd be super
Can we get hydro jugs?
Oh,
y'all, hydro jug on top. Stanley overrated as fuck.
Stanley sucks ass. A hydro jug does not spill. It does not leak. Did you do a photo shoot for your website? No, but we should.
Dude, we need to.
We should.
The hands.
New viewers can lose their V card.
Oh, jeez. The double V card.
Julie, that's perfect. Oh, my God. I love that so much.
I just love this font. I love the V's.
The V's are so cute. Cool.
Anyway, and then there's our little color palette. We can do something with that. But anyway, that's the new stuff there. There's a little end screen too that's new, but you'll see that. You can see that in the video. If you want to see it right now, you can. If you're a member, you can go watch it. It's right at the end, but yeah, I'm talking. Jen and James had a guy that is a friend of theirs, IRL, do music for them, and I'm talking to him about doing a. I need to message him back. Jen and James talk shit about me to him, honestly, because I suck.
This fruit fly is driving me nuts.
To do the outro music, so
that wasn't intentional, but
unintentional. Yeah, design choice. 80s style McKay would go crazy for a merch photo shoot. The 80s pastel, some teased hair. That would be funny.
That would be fun.
Honestly, I've never done anything like that, so. Rolling trays as merch, dude. I can't roll, so I just cop out with a little pentagon.
Oh my gosh, this stupid fruit fly is driving me crazy. It's just standing over here.
It's standing. It's flying. Rolling train. I don't even know how. I need to go and look and see what we've got available. I like the Satan's Ponzi scheme stuff. I need to do some new stuff. But like when I got the shirts, I hate the print the way that it is. It needs to be like a different kind. I don't know. Maybe we'll do
it's taunting
comfort colors or something like that.
Comfort colors.
McKay and drag video when honestly I'd be up for it. We do like a subathon or something like that. I would do it.
Need to queen out IRL and do makeup and mukbangs. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun.
Dude. Well, here's dream list for the future since we're 4 years deep on this. We're 2 whole Mormon missions into this, right? Deep on this. In the future, for sure, we need to do a vlog where we go to the temple open house, because that's coming up, right, in 2027. Rusty had to make sure that he announced it so he could be Mr. Temple Builder over Gordon B. Hinckley.
He's 100 years old. He'll be dead by then.
I know, but he had to announce it while he was alive so he could fucking snatch that. It's his whole thing was redoing the Salt Lake Temple. So we'll have to do that. And I still have always wanted to go to Nauvoo with Jen and James because it's not that far from them.
That's true.
And there's like the whole town is a Mormon museum, and it's run by the church and everything, and it's like low key kind of campy.
That would be a fun vlog.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of good
Joseph Smith.
So we can do something for charity.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
That'd be fun.
We could do Queen Out Subathon for charity or something.
Temple open houses, like right after they build the temple, before they dedicate it and make it so that nobody who's not Mormon is not allowed in. You can go in, like the general public can go in and tour it. So if a temple ever opens up near you, like we've had people who have told us that they've gone to temple open houses out of curiosity, because you don't have to be Mormon to go. And they'll walk you through the whole thing and show you all the rooms and everything. You won't see anything weird. You won't see any of the things that like we've showed you.
Yeah.
But you'll just see the rooms and like the architecture.
It's pretty cool. And it's our last opportunity to ever be able to go into the place where we got married. Because now that it's a unique opportunity because we wouldn't have otherwise been alive. But having to do major construction on it, they have to rededicate it and everything. So us peons, the unworthies, can enter and like take a little tour, and for us who got married there and now won't be allowed in, it'll be our last opportunity to check it out.
Well, and sometimes they do rededication. So like if there's a really old temple near you, like if you stay up on the news, they rededicate them, and they'll like, they'll do some construction and like update the temple, and then they'll do another open house. So even if there's one by you and you missed the first one, there's a chance that if they remodel it, that you'd be able to go in. But so pay attention.
They don't. Yeah, it has to be an old one.
Like Denver, I think, is coming.
Yeah, and Denver was built in 1976 or something. It was in the 70s, so it's got a long while that it has to be around before they start doing makeovers. And hopefully this is the last time that I have to
go upstairs. I love that there's so many of you here tonight.
My Lord.
It's been a while since we've done a live. If you ever get divorced, I would be so sad. I would also be so sad. I don't ever foresee that happening. McKay and I have a great relationship. Any temples in North Carolina? I think there are. There definitely are, but whether or not they're close to you is the question. Because they usually have them in big cities. So let me pull up North Carolina here. Looks like we've got Raleigh. I don't know how you guys say it. Let's see what is in North Carolina. Oh yeah, it looks like you've got the Raleigh one, which was dedicated in 1999. So that was a hot minute. And then Charlotte, North Carolina just got announced. So they should be starting work eventually on the Charlotte one. So pay attention to that. They take forever to build, but once it's done, you'll be able to go in. Yes, Charlotte was just, I don't remember. Let me see if it'll tell me when it was announced. Oh, the location of the Charlotte, North Carolina temple was released back in May of 2023. Yes, so they should be starting on it, I bet. I wonder. 2 years ago. Thank you, Meredith. Thank you, Meredith, so much. Where is... Let me see. Yeah, I think those are the only two. There's only one. That's kind of interesting to me. In Wisconsin? Let's see. It's like a 7-hour... It's only a 7-hour drive. Holy shit. That is far. Okay, let's see about Wisconsin. There is only one in Wisconsin, and it's in Milwaukee, and it was announced in October of last year. So Wisconsin should be getting one. They should be starting on that eventually. I went to a temple in Minneapolis and it was so run down. Some of them are old. Like the one in Denver is so ugly in comparison. Like you look at the new ones now and there's just some that are ugly as fuck. We're getting a third one here in Denver or here in Colorado. It'll be in Colorado Springs, I think. Upstate New York. I don't think there are any in like upstate. Let's see. I know there are some there. I know there's one in Manhattan. Let's see. There's two in New York. Oh, obviously Palmyra, which was in 2000. And then Manhattan, which they did in 2004. And none announced. So no others coming to New York, it appears. The giving machines are actually Mormon. I don't know if any other churches do them or like do a version of them. But it is a very big like marketing thing for the church. Like McKay's cousin actually works for the church in marketing. She's like fairly progressive. So it's like she's a progressive Mormon. But they did their giving machine like advertisements and shit like in Times Square this year. Like they had them in Times Square and it was like a whole big thing. So they spend a lot of money on those. They spend a lot of money in there. Any in Florida? Florida! The Manhattan Temple in New York is very weird looking. They were like, they try to make it like blend in with the city in some places and then not in others. It's like really annoying. So I'm pretty sure there's one in Orlando. There's 5 in Florida. So Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and Tallahassee are all currently open. And then Tampa was just announced and Jacksonville was just announced. So if you're in Florida, there's about to be 5 coming your way. New York City is temporarily closed. That I don't know. There are a lot of Mormons in Hawaii. Colonization, Mormons and colonization and Polynesian culture goes crazy.
All right, I think we're
3 hours away from Palmyra. That one's really interesting because it's church history, like, stuff. So it's better than just your... Can you go in the Palmyra one? Like, is there stuff you can go into in Palmyra? Is there anything over there?
Yeah.
There is, right? Yeah.
There's the Joseph Smith birthplace.
Yeah, so it would be more like a historical tour. You couldn't go into the temple.
There's a temple there, too.
The other stuff you could see.
Yeah. I think we're finally over the finish line on that one. He was like, no, I just needed this. But you can come back when I'm finished with this book. And he's like a couple pages away. I was like, why don't you just read it to me, bud?
There is one in Georgia, in Atlanta. It was dedicated in 1983, though, so that one's probably coming up on...
That one could be, yeah, it could be coming up. And Atlanta's a big city, so they might re-renovate it pretty soon. Although they might wait until there's another one built kind of closer before they renovate.
We're looking up where people live and if they have temples.
Not Clearwater, that's for Scientology.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Mormons wanted to go over there, though.
Seriously. Palmyra, New York, not Indiana.
Looks like
It's
Philadelphia
also barely a
Temple
town,
is
so-
the closest one to Delaware.
Philly? Really? Yeah, there's really nothing northeast of that. Is Delaware
New
not
York
closer
City
to
is
Boston?
close. Oh, okay. There's one in Pittsburgh.
Is Delaware not close to Boston? Is Philadelphia further or closer?
Why are you giving me Fort Collins? That is obviously not what I'm looking for when I'm searching Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and then Pittsburgh was just dedicated last year, and then Harrisburg just got announced.
To be clear, churches and meeting houses and temples are different. Meeting houses are a dime a dozen. If you drive by it and nobody ever says anything about it, that's a meeting house. If you drive by it and people are like, oh, what's that building? That's a temple, and they're usually white.
Thank you, Phoenix Soul.
Maybe one or two exceptions, like
Thanks for hanging
a
out,
handful of
Kelsey.
exceptions. The Newport Beach Temple is like a stucco color because that's what that pisses me off about the Harrisburg, the Fairview Temple that they're trying to build in Texas, because the town is pushing back on the church because the church wants to build their temple in a residential area with a steeple that reaches 120 feet in a residential area, and obviously the town doesn't want that. And all the Mormons are like, well, how do you not want this? It'll improve your property values, which, like, this isn't Utah, people. That's not how it works outside of Utah and Arizona. But the church bowed to Newport Beach city codes, building codes and everything like that, because the temple is not white. But in Fairview, they are not yielding the 120-foot spire, which is crazy. They're threatening lawsuits, and the town will go under if there's...
Julia, that's the most iconic thing I've ever heard. She did a 40-slide PowerPoint on Mormon temple rituals for PowerPoint night with friends.
I love that.
That is incredible. I love that so much. I love that. Okay, somebody asked me about Chicago. There's a really, really old one in Chicago. It was the 35th temple ever dedicated. So it is pretty old, and it looks like a church building, honestly.
That is a really popular design for that area.
It opened in 1985.
Don't you have to get FCC? I'm assuming you mean FAA clearance after a certain height. I don't know, honestly. Maybe for like when you're in like a residential area, that would make sense to me, because it starts to become a hazard.
People ask me about Michigan, I think. I think someone said Michigan.
Tempted to send it to you. I used you guys for most of my research.
I love that. So
feel free, honestly.
There is a Detroit temple, which we should know, obviously. McKay's sister served her mission in Detroit. And then there's one that was announced or is under construction currently in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And it's estimated to be completed in late 2027. This is kind of a newer looking one. This is kind of reminds me of Bountiful a little bit.
We should be doing this on...
I was going to say, you can just pull it up on your thing so I don't know how to work your little controls. Thanks for joining, Adrian.
I know. I make sure that she doesn't know how to do it so she can never get rid of me. That's why I haven't taught her how to edit. Because then I wouldn't be unique for anything.
I don't know how to edit. There's not a single thing I could do. There's 9 in Canada. There's a lot in Canada. How often do temples get rededicated?
I mean, for how big it is, it's not too many, but...
It's all directed by the Lord, Julia. Okay? It's directed by the Lord. And it's really just when they're old and fucking ugly.
Yeah. Whenever they need to dump some...
Temple smasher pass,
excess money that they don't want to spend on...
pull them up, and we'll do temple smash.
I've had ideas of doing little temple ranking or whatever.
So this one's not... This is just a rendering, because this one's not open yet.
This is a pass.
You don't like this one?
In my book. It is boring.
This is like... I'd go out with him, but
I'm swiping left. Swiping left.
Just all lives from now. Our lives always just go nuts. This is just what happens with us.
Let me show you an absolute smash.
Let me look up the Canada ones while we're doing that. I think they're just in the popular places.
This one's an absolute smash. What are we thinking?
What is this one?
This is the Tegucigalpa one.
Oh, of course.
Absolute smash, especially
it's
for
the location.
The location is fabulous.
Location is pretty.
They got really lucky. These fucking idiots off the beginning. They wanted to build it on a like adjacent plot to the biggest basilica or whatever in Tegucigalpa. And obviously they were like, no. But I think they actually got a better spot than that one.
Looks like a bland Casa Bonita. We
Pass!
Casa Bonita not that long ago. Okay, let me...
Oh, here's an absolute pass. I gotta go.
Okay, wait, while you do that, let me read off the Canada ones so you guys know. So there's Cardston, Alberta, Toronto.
I've been to Cardston.
Halifax, Nova Scotia, Regina, Saskatchewan, Edmonton, Alberta, Montreal, Quebec, Vancouver, British Columbia, Calgary, Alberta, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Those are all the ones that are currently open. And then Lethbridge, Alberta is announced, and Victoria, British Columbia is announced. So for all my Canadian folks. Vernal.
Is this one not as much of a smash? No, this is a pass, in my opinion. This is a passer for sure.
This photo is beautiful, though.
The photo's nice, but this is like pretty underwhelming, if you ask me.
I'm a historical girly, so this speaks to me in some way. I don't know if it's just the image, like it's giving old churchy historical site, or it's just the vibes, like because the pavement's wet because it just finished raining. I don't know. I like this one. This is a smash for me.
Denver.
Vernal, though, as a whole, is not.
Vernal is, as a whole, is a pass, unfortunately.
Vernal is ass. Lethbridge, yes. That one just got announced. Let's see. That was me. Groundbreaking for Lethbridge is April 2025. So next month, they're breaking ground.
I think Hannah mentioned this one.
Oh, this one's interesting.
This one's a smasher for
Portland is a smash for
Vintage
sure.
Smash.
Look at that.
I'll hit our fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, Boney Macaroni.
Boney
Thank
Macaroni.
You so much.
Baloney learned how to type.
Baloney. Where is
Boney Macaroni is something I would call baloney.
Boney.
We're summoning you. Hello.
Vernal sounds
Here he
like
comes. Oh, Lord, he coming.
He coming.
Oh, hello.
You want to come out?
Hey, you want some attention?
Well, look at the kitty.
Let me get the... Oh, chill.
He's like, don't.
Daddy, chill. I'm trying to get the close-up.
What are you trying to do? What do you want?
I'm getting a close-up for...
Oh, for baloney.
Hey, look.
Boney,
Look, buddy.
Look up here.
Look at you.
He's so cute.
Want to tell the people?
He's like, no, I don't.
He's like, I really don't, actually. But I want to get up on...
He might just stay there. Okay, your Lapagosophanita woke my dog up.
I did not mean to do this one. Shout out Ellie Thor and Baloney Macaroni.
Kelsey, thank you.
And another thank you to Hero of Canton.
Yeah,
Shout out.
real.
He's still up there.
The boy.
Here's the kill. Ready?
What are we doing? Which one is this one? Oh, Denver. Yeah, it's ugly. But these photos make it look better than it is. Look at... Okay, pull that up. Make it bigger.
It's mid.
That's what she said.
Why can't I make it bigger? Blue Chew.
Okay, that's...
Speaking of making it bigger, Blue Chew. Just kidding.
Lynn's happy
it's like
for you.
so boring. Like the little freaking loser ass fountain in the front.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Boo.
Yes, we can show you Philly. Yeah, the landscaping is really nice. I think they photograph some of them really well, which gives like good vibes.
It's giving Minecraft.
Very
you look
square.
like you would be easy to build in Minecraft. It's like the biggest insult.
This is the first temple I ever went into. I used to do
too.
baptisms here as a kid.
Right?
Boring, sloppy, tired. Pass.
Pass.
See, it's coming on the
What's
renovation list.
Here's an absolute smash.
Oh, pull up Philly for Lindsay.
Okay, I'll do this one first. This one's a smash.
Manti is a smash for sure.
A hella smash.
God,
smash and marry. Look at
beautiful.
That is so cool. It's like a fucking Tudor mansion.
Well, who is it that does the cute temple photos that like my grandma used to have in her house? Those are the photos you need to pull up because those are beautiful. Remember the one that my grandma used to have in her living room of the Salt Lake Temple? We bought it from Deseret Book. I can't remember what author it is or what artist it is that does that.
Oh, hard smash, right? Put a baby in it.
Put a baby in it.
What were you? Oh, the Philadelphia Temple. That's also
Is it Dan Wilson? Let's just go to DeseretBook.com and
Philly
find
Temple is another smasher.
Okay.
It's
all right.
tasteful for
the city,
which I really enjoy. It could not be fucking all white.
Yeah.
It's giving Mormon Downton Abbey for Manti. I agree. I think it's awesome. Does the celestial room have windows? Yeah, and they're always. I think most of them do. I think temples like the Portland, or what was it? The Portland. What was that old one that you were talking about?
What old one?
That you said, oh, it kind of looks like a church building.
That was Pittsburgh, I want to say.
Look at me spelling Pittsburgh.
Not the Hindu temple. Is it that one? No. Okay, which one was it? Oh, maybe Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Boise. We can look at Boise. You got to put LDS. I ran into the same problem. Gives me every other temple. Yeah, this is
these ones, because I've been into one that like this. The Guatemala City one is like this same kind of design, but I think it might be on a smaller scale. But in that one, the celestial room was right in the middle of the temple, so there are no windows. But otherwise, if there's windows in the celestial room, they're like frosted glass or like weird kind of crystal designs, so you like people outside can't see into them, but it lets in a lot of light.
It's Robert Boyd.
Robert,
the artist that I'm thinking of. This is Fort Collins.
Bobbert Boyd.
He does these crazy.
I'm not advertising for that. Very ski chalet smash. But yeah, you look at
look up the France one.
Is it Paris?
I think so.
Ew.
I need like location. Give me the location. Like I need more than that. Like,
no spire?
A zoom out.
Does Fairview know about this one? I think the Hong Kong one also does not have a spire anymore. I might be wrong.
Looks like Soviet Sports Stadium.
Here's another one. Yeah, no spire anymore.
Because it's trying to match the culture, but still not at the same time.
This is like low-key sticking out like a sore thumb.
It's not Boise enough.
I guess it is matching the culture, the British colonized culture.
Hear me out. Weekly Dance Mom Pyramid. 6 temples. That would be fun. That would be fun.
Dude, we could do that. And then like everybody suggests one or something like that.
That would be so fun. That's a bank, Julia. Yes.
That's a bank.
That's what this is giving. Like a financial
the Paris
institution.
I'm trying to think of what it's
that
giving.
Is a prison.
I think it's... Is it this building? Is that what it looks like?
What?
This is kind of what it's reminding me of. The MI6 building.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just ugly. Honestly.
It's ugly.
Do a tier list. That would be fun.
Let's see the Rome temple.
Oh, there we go. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, this one's decent.
Italy. Well, like, look at that. The Google photo.
Fuck the official
is gorgeous.
website. That one sucks.
Like, that is very pretty.
Shit.
This is a smash for sure.
This is an excellent garden, too.
This is, yeah, the whole landscaping there really is quite nice.
I wonder what these buildings are on the
I think it's cute. Emily, we're just haters. Don't worry.
Yeah, take our opinion with a grain of salt. Oh, you think the Paris temple is cute?
Oh, I love this one.
Paris is giving mausoleum.
Yeah, I can see
this
that.
Is a smasher
I think
for
it's
sure.
because it's so square.
I think the international ones generally are better, in my opinion, except for Mexico. Mexico's got a lot of fuck-ass temples that suck.
And your mom would like him too. That's real.
Madrid.
Wipe
Spain.
up this one. Church does not skimp on photography and editing. That is very true.
This one low-key has a decent garden and stuff.
Why does this photo look so
from
old?
The 70s.
I was gonna say.
They have
Jesus.
the cool kind of
What about
these
this?
trees.
The Covenant Path. See, this is Robert Boyd. This is
Robert
what I'm talking
Boyd.
about.
I guess we're doing the free advertising.
He's cray-cray with these temple photos. Like, look at that.
Shit.
My grandma used to have one of these in her living room. I helped her pick it out. It was at Desert
Shit.
It was a whole thing.
Mormon Temple, Atlantis.
Star Valley. Oh, yeah, we haven't talked about Star Valley. Star Valley is a small one, isn't it?
I
think it's a
I think
tiny
that's
temple,
where my
isn't
brother
it?
got sealed. Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
I don't have to add LDS on that one because there ain't nothing else in Star Valley that's temple.
It's teeny tiny. It's so cute.
Itty bitty.
It's just cute.
Yeah, my poor brother, his wife is from like the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, and they had to drive several hours to get, I think it was like 2 hours to get to the temple. Or was it the Billings temple? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I wasn't there because I was in Honduras. But they had to drive several hours back, same day, to do the thing at my sister-in-law's parents' house.
Oh, they have little...
To do the reception.
Oh.
A little YouTube thing.
What the hell is this?
I think that's unique for that because there's not one of those in here.
Okay.
Sod. Right.
Temples.
No smash, just a boop. Yeah, saying smash feels a little inappropriate on that one. Just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. I like that one. It's cute.
Just a little guy.
There was one other one that I was thinking of.
There's like, what's the Seattle?
Hi, Baloney.
The Seattle one? Boo or Coo? Let's see. What do you think? I say nah. I'm saying pass.
The location is beautiful.
The location is a 10.
Adds to it 100%.
But the building, the edifice itself, I'm just not feeling it.
Pull up Bountiful because Bountiful is a
this
smash
one's 1975. It should be
Marion.
It's probably going to get a remodel pretty soon. I would, if I were to guess.
Seattle.
Barf
pass.
Barf pass. Thank you.
Do Bountiful. You guys can't hate this one because this is one of my favorites.
You should hate it.
No, you shouldn't. It's beautiful.
It's at the very top.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's mainly location. This is the back of it.
Yeah.
Get one that shows the front. That's what she said.
This is the front.
Well, no, it's not. This is the front.
Oh. This is the front. This is technically the side.
The side, but
this
I like
is
the side.
Right here, right over here, kind of, is where we used to live.
Well, right there.
And then
I got endowed in this temple.
Right there was the other place that we lived. And then the people from the order, we'd see places right there on TV where they were filming, and we drive by and we go, "Oh, hey."
The order people live down the street from us.
Yo.
Soft smash pass. I don't like the attitude.
Soft smash. Okay, here, let me
pull up the front. Yes, like, look at this. Look at that. Blow that up full screen. I need that. Is this Robert Boyd again?
And I blow it up really good.
Shut up. This
won't let me zoom in.
Artist Dustin Bitter. Okay, so this isn't Robert Boyd, but this
you
is...
suck, Dustin Bitter.
Beautiful. I don't know. Maybe I have an attachment to this one because I got endowed in this one.
Well, it looks nearly identical to the...
If you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back.
Oh, it's the Mount Taponogus.
I'm helpless. That song's stuck in my head.
It's in Pleasant Grove, but it's called the Mount Timpanogos Temple. It's really similar to this one. Emily's saying smash on the Bountiful, so
say
there you go.
I like it.
What was another interesting one that I wanted to?
Helpless. Is there any that have
I
online
wanted to see the
tours right now?
Oh no, this one sucks too. It's just
Elmira.
It was just the location. I remember Mormons sound off, or ex-Mormons sound off in the comments. I remember hearing a story about this one because this one was getting built under Gordon B. Hinckley, about how they didn't have permits to cut these trees in the forest because it's kind of like in the sticks basically. They didn't have permits to cut certain trees or something like that. And basically the story went that like Gordon went down to check out the construction or whatever, and there was like this big window, and right in the middle of it was this big fat tree kind of blocking the view. And I don't know a lot. I can't remember it very well, but essentially it was to the effect like they said that they couldn't cut this tree down or something like that. And Gordon was like, well, I bet something, the Lord will take care of it or whatever. And then like the next day they come back and the tree was gone or something like that.
Baloney?
Dude, you're gonna like
this one on the church website has some good like little details in it.
What is it? Welcome to the house of the
like,
Lord.
In the inside, like this. I've never seen this before.
Someone likes cubes.
Did you see this? I'm surprised they put this in a video.
Anyway, did anybody else hear a story similar to that? That's a Minecraft house.
It is not the cutest.
Seriously.
I'm texting you this so you can show them this because
the problem is I can't
I just want the image.
Audio, but yeah.
Because I've never seen them post
Lorax
this before.
approved. Yeah, we don't fuck with that. They look like they haven't rendered fully. Got him.
You are doing service in the temple to the dead.
Yeah.
To the dead. The temple gives the energy of every white guy on Love is Blind. That is iconic.
Oh my God. That is like the hardest read of all time. Did you guys see that
next Love is Blind is going to be in Denver?
Welcome to the house of the Lord.
So there's some temple details in here.
That's not the one that I needed.
These are my notes from my video.
You guys won't be able to hear it, but Jordan's just scrubbing. What?
409.
Yeah, I'm not watching 4 minutes of this shit. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh my God, what is that?
What is that?
See, this is exactly how it would be staged when you go to a temple open house. Because, like, it looks like everything is here, right? But there are things that are missing. Like, right here, we have a little drip thing for water. Because this is where you would do the initiatory, which is the washing and anointing ceremony before you go into the endowment. So this is where you receive the sacred garment, right? This is, like, kind of extra because it looks like this is one of the ones where you don't move around.
Oh, you don't move in this one?
I don't think so because the wash basin and the oil are supposed to be in different areas usually. Yeah. So normally you would have like, I don't know, like a 10 by 10 room and it's sectioned off into 4 areas with little curtains and you go around and you sit in a chair and they do a little ceremony for each of them. In one of them, there's a wash basin where they symbolically wash you of your sins and they do a little blessing.
Little drip the water on your forehead like whoop. Simba.
Yeah.
And then you move to the next one.
And then the next one, what's missing here, if you look right here, there's supposed to be a little horn that contains consecrated oil. These guys are being fucking insane.
Because this is nuts.
Well, as soon as I make it big, they're gonna be gone.
Stop. I don't know. They're still. The zoomies are on
still
right now.
putzing around. So yeah, you get a little horn of oil, and they do kind of the same thing where they dip their finger in the oil and then they put it on the top of your head. They anoint you with the oil, and then the one after that, they if you're a man,
activate your garments.
If you're a man, you receive the priesthood.
If you're a woman, you don't do anything.
And then the one after that, they activate your garments. They clothe you in the holy garment and then say, oh, your garment is activated. It's a spiritual protection or whatever.
But like out of context,
you just be like,
out of context,
well, that's weird.
That's crazy, right? Waterboarding pop off. It's literally J-Rod's chair in the bathroom. That's real. That's literally like, it's so weird. Because like the Bountiful Temple didn't have anything like that. It's just a little, I imagine it looked the same for you. There was just like a little thing in the corner that looked like a sink.
Yeah, like a little basin.
Yeah.
Just really small because you don't need to fit everything. But like when they first were starting it used to be tubs because you would get naked and they would actually wash you, like literal washing.
Yeah. But it's literally like, it's so dumb because when you're in there, especially in the Bountiful one, since everything's like broken up with a shower curtain, like
it's so corny for a fucking church that has $300 billion in assets in the United States alone.
Where's Baloney's chair?
So stupid. Don't judge this chair. Baloney sits on it. There's hair all over it.
But like no bigger than this. So it would be like me going here and then I would go sit here for like 2 minutes while they read me this thing. And then I would move to the other side and go sit over here. And then I would go over here. And then you go back and then you do the whole thing over again.
The Mormon queening chair. I didn't know about the oil.
It's so dumb. And it would always like it would depend on who I had. Some people would put it like in my hairline, so then my hairline would be all greasy after the fact.
Cleo, you say that this is a rendering of the chair and everything? This is actual footage.
This is I don't know what temple this is.
Yeah, this is that they're showing off the. Where's the baptistry?
Go back a little bit. I think it's more towards the beginning.
Oh yeah, here. Hold on. There you go. Why don't they put the little horn on display?
Oh yeah, there's the little horn.
It's supposed to be a biblical thing, or whatever. They try so hard to be fucking the biblical. That's why they're doing like Holy Week now.
Trying to be all Christian.
And like Passover thing. They're trying to pass as Christians.
They did a little thing of the baptistry. Get
out of here.
D-Todd.
That sounds like a slur.
It does.
Let's see. Where's the baptistry?
I know. I seen it. Is that a racist? Yep,
dude, I hate this one. I hate this one. This is white Jesus with the Lamanite children in the fucking forest. And people want to tell me, oh, no. Yeah, the Book of Mormon wasn't supposedly set in Central America, but they're hanging art like this in their temples. Be so for real. Be so for real. Let's see here.
There it is.
White Jesus.
There you go. And there's the little oxen for you. Every baptismal font has the oxen. Go back to the pool.
Yeah, some of them are a little more extensive than.
So this is actually really small.
Can I get a hot tub?
This is really small.
This is abnormally small.
Like you see the little benches there? That's where like everybody sits around you. So when you get out in your white clothing, all white clothing, everybody sees you.
Hot tub of the Lord. You want to see the ultimate hot tub of the Lord, though?
Hot tub of the Lord.
The Nauvoo Temple one goes crazy.
The Salt Lake Temple Baptistry has marble floors. And it is like so wild in there. It is like ornate and crazy.
Look at this one. It's huge.
Oh, there you go.
Look at this shit.
That's how the Denver one looks.
No,
Denver Baptistry looks like that.
Far bigger.
I guess. This kind of looks. Pull up Salt Lake. Hot tub time machine. Looks like the walls are gonna start dripping blood at any moment.
Right. I think
full body baptism is necessary because Jesus did it.
Yep.
So if Jesus did it,
It's
and we're
so
trying to be
brightly
like
lit.
Jesus,
Yeah, it's like a fucking supermarket milk aisle.
like pull up more images. Let me see. It doesn't. That one doesn't do it justice. It's really pretty.
Well, they probably took an axe to it in the remodel.
That's really
like they did
disappointing
everything.
because that was like one of the only things I liked about the inside
I never
of that
went
temple.
there.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Where's this one? Oh, this is the new one.
Oh, this is the renovation up. That's
oh my
what it looks
god!
like
Look
now.
at how they massacred my boy. What the fuck?
Didn't Jesus do it in a pot? Yes.
He did it in the gross River Jordan.
In a nasty ass river.
Dude, look at this. This used to be so much better.
Let's see. When did this come out? Okay,
Wait.
so that, see what I mean? Those are the floors, and they're cold as fuck.
This is how it used to be, right?
Yeah, that's what it used to look like.
Okay, what is it?
Where's the update? Oh, behind the scenes.
A rendering.
Oh, this was a rendering.
Oh, this is another
the
baptismal
second.
font.
Okay. Wait,
So
go
they're
back up again.
adding- What the?
Looking at I don't know what we're looking
Enlarged
at.
prostates.
But like, even look at the detail in this. Like, look at the pillars on the wall and the detailing on the floor and the ceiling and the chandelier.
Right.
Like, this is probably hundreds of thousands of dollars just in this room alone. And that's not even looking at, and that it's so small. Like, the thing is so small. There are no jets in it. Somebody asked if there are jets in it. It's not. It's just like chlorinated water.
Seeing what is basically a mikveh on golden calves makes me want to vomit as a Jew. That does not surprise me in the slightest that it is like that. The explanation, I don't know if this makes it any better, but the explanation that is given is that they're not calves, they're oxen. I don't know, is a baby ox a calf?
I don't know.
Oxen calf? I don't know. They're fully grown in this, but the explanation is they're representative of the 12 houses of Israel. Not much better, but
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Pull up the celestial
no jets.
room.
Yeah.
While we're talking about inside of temples.
Okay.
Since we're talking about inside. Oh, they did a...
This is where Jordan and I sat before. Where is it? Probably like, I think we sat right here when we were waiting because we got dressed in our temple stuff.
It's very yellow. Very yellow.
They're brass. They're not like actual gold. But we sat there and we waited for the ordinance room to clear out, and then we went into the ordinance room, and I went on the far side of the veil, and Jordan went around and to the room.
So there's just a shower curtain between.
They hit the little thing, and she gave me her secret name.
My secret
which
name.
I wasn't supposed to tell anybody.
And now even all of you know what it is, but
I don't think it's
that was
gonna be
such
the
a
same.
weird thing.
Did they have a rendering of the new one?
Wow, that's beautiful.
Is that the endowment house? Oh yeah,
Go
they're
down.
changing up the endowment house.
Wait, is that what it said underneath it?
It's what used to be, I think. The recommend desk.
The entry into the
skylight.
Salt Lake Temple with the desk and skylight. Okay. That's way different than it used to be. Wow. The grand staircase. They're really doing nutso shit in
We
here.
didn't even see any of that shit.
This did not look like that at all.
Yeah, which is, I'm not gonna lie, kind of.
That's kind of lame. Because I picked that one because it's the most castle-y of them all.
And it's
Were
like
you allowed
classic.
to talk to each other? No.
Can you imagine? Allowed to talk to each other like what?
Well,
Like
when we were
in the-
doing the exchange, we weren't allowed to. In
No,
the
you just have to do
celestial
the
room,
little
you
script.
can. You have
Yeah.
to whisper, though.
Yeah, you're supposed to whisper to maintain the spirit. But, I mean, can you imagine being one of the people that's painstakingly labored over this temple over the 40 fucking years that it took to build originally, just for some dipshit who's now 100 years old to come in and say, yeah, we're going to change it all. That's shitty, honestly. I liked it the way that it was.
Well, here, I'll
It's
give
like a
everyone their new
millennial.
name.
It's like a millennial renovation, like
Let's
a millennial
consult.
flip.
Let's consult the temple name oracle, and
Jordan's-
I will give everyone here a new name. Okay.
Jordan's new name is
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Phoebe. Phoebe. Phoebe.
All right, what's today? Today is March the 27th.
The
day.
27th. If you are woman identifying, you are Irene. If you are man identifying, you are Noah. So if you're not familiar, the names that you are given when you go into the temple correlate based on the day. So everybody who goes in on the 27th of March gets the same name. There's enough variation, and nobody's allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about your new name. Like, I didn't even know what his was. He wasn't allowed to tell me. And so nobody would, like, know that there would be repeats happening. Like, I thought that everybody had a unique name.
Right. When I first went through the temple, and for a couple times after that, before I got to my mission, and then when I was in the MTC, the illusion already shattered. I thought that they received it by revelation in the moment.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
So you go in between these little curtains in like a little booth, and then they like give you the new name. And then they send you on your way, and you're supposed to keep it because it's like a password, right? And then at any time when you need to use the new name for the password, right, they like make an announcement like, if you've forgotten, stand up, and then they pull you out in the hall or wherever in a space, and then they tell you the new name again. So like I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, this is the real deal. Like in the moment, this guy gave me a new name. And then if I forgot it, then somebody is going to receive that same revelation in the hall and tell me what the new name was. And then come to find out, like when I was a missionary, I go through, I get my name, and then this guy who was in the MTC with me, he was like, oh yeah, it's the same for everybody. And I was like, what? So
let me find Mike's initiatory video, because then you guys can kind of see it a little bit better.
Well, it's not going to have audio, so
you don't need it.
It's close quarters enough that it might not really show anything. Can I don't know, maybe I can try and update Streamlabs. Holy shit, it's already 9.
Let's see.
All those times that I was going all the way upstairs. Time flies.
It really does.
The man is supposed to call the woman's name in the resurrection so she can come back to life, basically. Yeah. Essentially.
But he would be calling all the Phoebes, and do the math, how many women go through the temple a day in the thousands of temples across the United States.
And supposedly, of all the people who have ever lived on the planet Earth, there's probably a Jordan out there who also got Phoebe. So, like, what do we do then?
So all the Phoebes are getting called. It's a little concerning.
If your given name is the same as the new name for that day, you get Adam or Eve, respectively. Because those ones aren't in the mix. Phoebo. P is in Phoebe, H is in Hebe, O is in Obi, E is in Eb, B is in BB, E is in hello, governor.
Where
do you
is
keep
it?
Your middle name? There's like nobody ever talks about that. That would suck because that's what I go by.
It's true.
Is there an initiatory specific one, or
there is, but maybe I'm thinking of it on his TikTok.
I don't remember.
The balls. I mean, Mike's wild. Okay, New Name Noah is a wild guy. He's a wild guy, and he is an imperfect guy. We'll just caveat all of that immediately. But let me say, this had never been done. Going into the temple with a hidden camera on your person is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Honestly, I wish we hadn't resigned as soon as we did, because I would have loved to do that.
If you have an like at the time.
Mike was going in when he wasn't a member, and he was like fabricating temple recommends and everything.
They had pictures of his face inside the temple so that people could recognize him, and he would like grow out his facial hair, totally shave his face.
He essentially is like the reason why they have the system now where they scan your temple recommend
to get in,
and it pulls up your record and your picture.
He made his own barcode. He made his own barcode by hand to get into the temple. So like and he did it multiple times.
Yeah.
So we owe a lot to him because this had never been done prior. He was a member, but he got excommunicated, right? Or did he? No, he resigned. And so then,
yeah.
Okay. The church pissed him off so much, he decided to go back. And he got arrested for it once.
And once he did go with a legit, because he got rebaptized under an alias once to go back to the temple. He recorded
all the interviews with the bishop, like the balls, like the dude's nuts in his own hilarious way, but the balls on Mike are insane. Insane. And the church fell for it, and now they have like way tighter security and things and barcodes, and they're verifying that your temple recommends in good standing when you walk in the door. And yeah, he's the only person that has done that. So regardless of how you feel about the guy, we owe a lot as like ex-Mormons to Mike, and a lot of his motivation was Mitt Romney running at the time because people didn't know what was happening in Mormon temples, and that was a big kind of conversation around the time that Mitt was running. And if you haven't seen it, you wouldn't believe it because we could tell you that's happening and people will be like, no fucking way. No fucking way. So we owe a lot to Mike for that.
And now in the most Mike fashion, he's pivoted to, now that he's done with doing stuff about the church, he's pivoted to like, is he still doing First Amendment audits?
I don't know. I think he was for a while.
I don't know.
He's in a relationship now, and I think he's happy. I wish him all the best. You got to be kind of wild to be able to record yourself in the temple. Like, I'm sorry, you got to be kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there was another time. Did you talk about when he got arrested that one time?
Yeah, he did get arrested. Yeah. He got arrested on his birthday.
Yeah, because he was filming in front of a whole bunch of temples, and like security came. They were like, "You got to get out of here."
Yeah, it was a whole
He's
thing.
like, "You can get someone to come get me," and they did, but he was fine.
Oh man,
who would win, a $300 billion church or one dude with a grudge? Honestly,
one dude with a grudge did a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
I
mean, we were watching a clip this morning from like our enemy number one of fucking church apologists, Jared Halverson. Personal vendetta against that guy. And he was talking like, oh, we just haven't seen a trend like this where women are leaving the church like they are, and they're losing their faith, they're turning to atheism or whatever. And usually that's a determining factor of like a deteriorating society if even the women don't want to go to church. And it's like, dude, you are not fucking getting it, are you? This is exactly why the ladies are not going to church.
This dude used to be my institute teacher.
Yeah.
When I was in college. Look at this. Don't show hole.
No hole.
No hole.
Oh, headbutt.
Oh, he wants to
there you
snuggle.
go. There's the hole.
Baloney.
What's up, dude? You want to snuggle me? You want to snuggle me when I plucked you up against your will?
Our old videos about the endowment and shit don't even show up in the algorithm anymore. Like, I searched for them and I didn't even see them on the first page. Those videos we did about the temple rituals and everything.
They must, because I still see people comment on them from time to time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've always wondered maybe at one point if we redo them.
Yeah, that's like 3 years ago.
It was a long time ago.
That's crazy. He does trust. Earlier, he was being vigilant. He likes to sit on my turntable that's right over here and just chill.
Entire hole. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Update them.
The whole hole.
I don't want it to feel like clout chasey.
I know. I don't want it to be like, oh, they're rehashing this because they're low on views.
Because I don't really care about that. But it has been a long time since we've looked at them, and there is they've made updates since we did those videos.
Yeah.
Like now they don't even do a movie anymore. Like remember when we all watched the movie together?
Yeah.
And now they don't watch the movie anymore.
They found out that the director is a PDF.
I honestly think that people watching the movie, like YouTubers, TikTokers, I think all of that really influenced them to stop using the movie. Because the movie's just plain cringe. You can do a lot of damage with just like pictures and words because nobody can really piece together potentially what's going on.
Yeah.
But the movie is just diabolical. You can't reason yourself out of that. No, there's no movie anymore. It's just a slideshow of pictures with audio over the top.
Which honestly, the creation sequence, it's like a Nat Geo documentary. It's very high budget, looks great, awesome graphics and everything, but as soon as there's any iota of acting, that's where it goes off the fucking rails. It's so bad. See,
I agree. I think your content style has changed. I think it has too. I don't know. This is maybe my hot take for those of you that have stuck around for this long. I don't feel like we're the like encyclopedia of Mormonism.
Oh, definitely not.
Like I just don't. I feel like that was kind of where we started. It's kind of a lot of our early TikToks, but I feel like there's other people that do that now and maybe even do it better than we do, and it's just
do it just like we did it.
And it's just not our vibe anymore. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like our content has somewhat pivoted.
Right. Well, and like, there's a lot of just like arguing on the internet about like church history and the theology of it and whatever. And like, honestly, I'm at the point where like, I don't even give a fuck about that anymore at this point. Like, there's no point in rehashing all this shit and arguing until you're blue in the face with someone who's not going to believe you and say, well, Joseph Smith didn't have intercourse with the 14-year-old. I don't want to do that anymore because it's so annoying and pointless because the modern day church does plenty of bad, and we can see exactly how the church is like influencing the way that people make content on the internet and the kind of things that they say and the way that they live their lives. That I think that's a much more interesting kind of part of the puzzle, in my opinion,
Well, and I don't like, I feel like there are content creators who have pigeonholed themselves in Mormonism. And if that's all you want to do, that's fine. But for me, that's not all I want to do. Like, I'm more interested largely in like religious internet culture. So like the Paul and Morgans, the Christian fundamentalists, the Girl Defines, the J-Rods, like all of that is also very interesting to me, in line with additionally the Mormon influencers. And so I feel like that's more where we've evolved at this point.
And what S says is there's only so much interest. There's also only so interesting a list of facts can be versus analysis or commentary.
Yeah.
Which is what, like, I feel like we have a lot of experience in that, and we can add some insight to those things. Like, when it comes to like church history or like Mormonism on the whole, it's almost like, I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable person on a lot of these things. I'm not an expert in these things.
We're not theology experts by any means.
It is what it is. I like to talk about it. I'm always mad about it. So it comes up, as you guys can see here, but
And I think it's just, we take it where it goes, right? Because like I didn't anticipate covering Meredith Foster, but I think we're in a weird niche corner of the internet right now where this is going to blow up into something much more serious, is my suspicion. And so I don't know. It seems we have like a weird like magnetism to things that are building to like other intense things, and I don't want them to build into something negative, but it seems like the stuff that we cover just sometimes ends that way, like with Ruby and Jody, right? And like Meredith, and that's scary. And so I don't know, everybody's saying Jordan's therapy corner is so good. You guys are so nice about that. I don't even know what to do with that, honestly.
Like, just to think about how like when we first started the channel, Jordan, I don't think you had even started school yet.
I hadn't started school yet when we were doing TikTok.
Jordan hadn't even started school. She was.
I wasn't even an intern
just
yet.
barely like she had been accepted to the program, and she started school in the fall. And now she's like gone through school. She's coming up on her licensing hours.
We're about to be independently licensed.
So
Crazy.
it's crazy, right?
It's come a long way. It's weird because like YouTube and content creation, you feel like to some degree you have to have like your niche down. Like you have to
Bethany.
know what, like, right? Like Bethany's idea of like you got to niche it down. I think that's how it feels with YouTube sometimes, because it's like, and I've even talked to Hannah Alonso about this because she kind of does a blend of like influencer content and like MLM content. And you can tell that like some appeals more to a certain audience versus another.
Right.
And so it's hard to feel like it's hard to branch out into things because, you know, I feel like if we do too much therapy-ish content, that I feel like we're straying from like the box we're supposed to be in. You know, so it feels like, oh, I have to stick with Mormonism. We have to stick with doing this a certain way, because we were even nervous about branching out of Mormonism initially. Like we were nervous about covering influencers who were, at least I was, who were not Mormon. Like when we started with Paul and Morgan and like Girl Defined, I was nervous about covering them because
we were getting out of that.
We were getting out of the Mormon box, right? And so now, and our videos are also a lot more time now. Like honestly, in the beginning, there wasn't a whole lot of research that needed to be done.
Well, we did a lot of...
because we knew it.
Yeah, and we also did a lot of just reactions.
Yeah, we did a lot of reaction content, which is a lot easier, to be fair.
It's a lot easier. It can be done in a lot less time. It's super easy to edit and everything like that. And sometimes those are bangers. Like
sometimes
I'm not gonna be like, I hate doing reaction videos.
No, they're nice
to
do
bangers,
sometimes.
But
it is. It's a lot harder now when you have to, like, I do scripts for most of our videos now. Like, I probably spent...
You can tell when I'm reading because I read fucking slow.
Like, you can tell I spent probably 100 hours on that ballerina farm video. And it didn't take off initially, but then it took off when she got that, like, really bad negative press a few months later. And so it's like, I feel like almost we get punished by the algorithm now because our videos are like more intentional and more scripted and a lot more time and a lot more like critical analysis versus like me just reading facts to you about like what Mormons do in the temple.
Yeah.
You know, like that video prep takes me 10 minutes. The things that we do now take me hours.
Yeah. Well, and I think also like they stand the test of time better, because I mean, like even in the Mormon videos there's stuff that's changing all the time. Yeah. But like I see plenty of people, I responded to comments today on old videos about Ruby and Jody because they were like, for the time, people wanted to like get the whole story, they watched from the beginning or whatever.
Skylar K, thank you for that. That is so nice. Yeah, I won't lie, it's hard having this job. You never clickbait. That's probably why YouTube doesn't like us. But
we need to clickbait harder, guys.
I guess we do. Yeah, the balance, because it was hard when I was in school, right? Because I was pressed on time and I was really overwhelmed and I was really burned out because like doing an internship plus school plus this was a lot. Yeah. So it was a nice shift when I didn't have school anymore. But like now that I do this, like now that I'm a therapist for multiple hours a day, every day except on the weekends, it's like I feel very torn all the time between what I'm doing, because I feel like nothing can get 100% of my attention 100% of the time. Like I feel like I'm split constantly between like trying to maintain like my competency as a therapist is fine, but like trying to expand my internet presence like as a therapist, but then also grow our channel,
right,
and like do all this shit. Like I don't know that there's ever going to be like a good balance for that. Or I don't know what that looks like in the future.
It's tough, but you know.
Thanks for hanging out, Hannah. I hope you're feeling better.
Yes. Hannah, take it easy. It's been a year since we were doing that shit.
It's been a year since my hysterectomy. There's been a lot that has happened in this year, and I don't even think our channel has grown a lot this year. We've branched out a lot this year. But like with what's coming up this fall, I think really it's going to be even crazier than it's ever been.
We're hoping. Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with the Jordan Therapy Corner thing.
Right.
Maybe one day you'll see something with that. You can follow me on Instagram. I think it's Jordan Doing Therapy. I do therapy content over there. It's obviously fairly infrequent because I feel like this gets more of my time in terms of social media. But you can go follow me over there if you'd like. But it's been a wild
ride.
It's been a wild evolving in 4 years. Like I didn't expect to be here, that's for sure. I didn't think we would ever get this big.
I honestly had the expectations are low. 4 years ago, yesterday, because yesterday was the day that our channel. This is the anniversary of our first upload. Yesterday was the anniversary of creating the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I think we were going to get lunch, and Jordan was talking to somebody had suggested starting a YouTube channel. It might have been Kara. I don't remember. But Jordan was talking about it, and at the time I was like, that sounds like too much. I don't want to do that. Honestly. That sounds like
I remember you were way more skeptical than I was.
I was pretty skeptical. I was like, I don't know, whatever. And then, now we're here. We passed ourselves on TikTok, and I don't even know. Does anybody know what's happening with TikTok? Is that tabled?
Is it like fine now?
Did they kick the can down the road again? I don't know. I'm just enjoying it while it lasts. I don't want to have to fucking like stress about doing it or
Chelsea
anything.
D, thank you.
The whole TikTok landscape has changed completely. Like people talking about Mormonism on there, I don't even know any of them anymore, which is a shame. It is what it is. I don't know. I like that we keep the Mormon aspect to it because I truly think that the church has ramped up its social media presence, and there's been a lot of fatigue. And I think that the people who are still doing stuff online should continue doing stuff and talking about it, because there needs to be opposition, because we're seeing a lot of like those losers who are out there spitting apologetics on some atheist channel that has over 1 million subscribers, and the dude is just eating it up. Like, there's no opposition to Jacob Hansen out there saying, oh yeah, tithing's not a requirement. Huh? What? That's not, and the dude doesn't have anyone to tell him that's not the fucking case. He's just out here lying for the Lord to make the faith seem a lot more palatable and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, plus it's just been like a different era of, like, nothing will ever compare to the first era of ex-Mormon TikTokers. Like, nothing will ever compare to that time, because we were, like, partially in quarantine during that time, and we still have friends from that era. Like, we are still good friends with Kylene and Sam, and, like, there are still people, like, we're still good friends with Kara. Like, that time on TikTok was just something else, and I think we've all generally shifted our content since then.
Yeah.
Or like Sherelle, like all those people, I think we've all shifted and it's all different now, but at the same time it's like, it's weird. I'm nostalgic for that time. That time was
so good.
That time we would all get on Zoom and do like a Zoom call with all of us, and we would just fuck around for hours, and it was so funny.
Well, and it was Sam would always organize them. Sam, he used to be By the Way Sucks on TikTok. John By the Way, he's like John By the Way is like a motivational speaker for Mormon youth. But yeah, Sam is from Australia, and he would get on. We would do it on Saturday nights, and for him it was Sunday morning, and we would just get on and be fucking goofy and
it was such
chill
a time.
with all the homies and talk shit about the church.
I was scared of criticizing the church at the beginning, but now I have no shame.
Sage had brought it up. When we first started the TikTok, I was still attending BYU Idaho online, and stuff started popping off. And then before the end of the semester, because I was like, I'm just gonna write out the semester, whatever. I'll bullshit my stupid religion class, just finish it out. And near the end of the semester, I got a call from the honor code office saying that they wanted to meet with me. I was like, I'm just not. It was like 2 weeks before the end of the semester.
It was a whole thing.
They were trying to get in contact with me. I was like, I'm not going to answer. I'm not meeting with them. I just need to finish out the semester, and then I'll call it good. So.
It was wild. It was a wild experience. I don't think I'll ever forget that time. And my family stuff was crazy then. I still had a relationship with my mom at that point. Like, it was.
Very limited relationship.
Very limited, but it was. Like, that was a wild time. We've had, like, we went through the ringer.
Right.
Going from Utah to here, especially.
How did we do the first, how did we first encounter Jen and James? I can't remember. I think I remember seeing Jen for the first time because someone had mentioned them in the comments or something.
And then we started watching their stuff. I remember I was doing sticker orders because we had stickers at the time. And I was doing sticker orders and I was watching Jen's videos while we were doing that.
Fridays.
And then I think we mentioned them or maybe somebody mentioned us and they bought stickers from us. So we mailed them some stickers and I reached out and said, I think I reached out to her on Instagram.
She was so real for that.
She was so real for that. And then it was just like, it's just flowed. And, you know, I know everybody has like content creator, like, you know, collaborations and friendships and thing. And like Jen and James would tell you the same thing. But like we have an actual authentic friendship that transcends YouTube.
Right.
Like it is not like we are actually IRL friends. And when you're in this space, it's really nice to have because there's some, like I said, YouTube is generally unhealthy in how it treats its content creators. And so it's really nice to have somebody that you can like bitch about things to and people who will understand and be like, yes, YouTube does suck ass and you are killing it with these videos and it's not your fault. It's just the fucking algorithm.
Right.
Like it's nice to have that. And so I'm especially grateful for that as part of this process because there's just so many people we would have never connected with if none of this would have happened. And like even people from our personal lives, like somebody, an old mission companion of McKay's reached out to him today. Like even people from our personal life reaching out. Like it's just been such a weird experience, but like a really cool one at the same time.
Right.
Jen feels God in this live chat.
I feel God in this live chat.
I know this got sentimental.
Seriously. I feel bad too because like I wish we could do more stuff with Jen and James, but having a kid
makes it hard.
I don't want to sound like I don't love our son, but
we love our son deeply, but we had him very
young.
Man,
I wish we could be dinks for now.
It would be nice
to be able to go and just do stuff.
To be fair, we don't regret our kid, but I think it's important that people discuss the realities of having children and it being hard and limiting on things sometimes.
Exmo Lex, Jesus Christ. Exmo Lex, we didn't really know very well, which is kind of surprising. We
talked to her at that.
We did a panel at Thrive once.
She was nice.
I remember Exmo Lex doing YouTube videos from the front seat of her van.
Does she still do that?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Wrestling.
Oh, dude, she's still uploading. Good.
She's still uploading.
I feel bad that we passed her so hard.
Yeah, she was around way longer than we were, especially when we started. That's just what it is. Like, that's the weird fucking thing about YouTube is you think about, like, this is not giving anybody any ideas, but I would be fascinated as somebody who's a part of the ex-Mormon influencer
category.
We'll say influencer culture. I would love to see somebody do a video on all the crossover because there are so many different, like, subsets within the ex-Mormon influencer genre, right? And so, like, and we're not even, like, Mormon Stories subs now is crazy. Mormon Stories has, like, I want to say, like, 300, 400,000 subs now. It was not that many when we went on. So even Mormon Stories has popped off.
They were only, like, 150. They're 278.
278. They've popped off hugely. Alyssa Grenfell is probably the most
Sandra on the other day?
Popular ex-Mormon TikToker
or today
right now.
Damn, Sandra.
You've got Tanner and Sam, who have probably been around one of the longest, like similar to Exmo Lex. I think those two are probably the ones that have been around the longest.
Yeah, they've been doing it for several years.
They've been doing it like way before
probably
Exmo
like
TikTok,
10 years
I think.
At this point, almost.
So you've got them, then you've got Kara, who has like a subset niche of like Underground Railroad with Tim Ballard right now. And then who else am I forgetting? You've got like the casual Exmo TikTokers like Kylie who just make like here and there content.
Yeah, she's kind of faded away though. She's not really doing much, but
like it's just Haley Rawl. Thank you. Girls Camp podcast also huge. I think
I'm kind of surprised that she's not bigger
than ours. She's fairly big. I think she has like 50,000 sub or things on Instagram.
Does she post on YouTube mainly or?
No, I think she does the
she
videos,
got like
but
7K on this one.
I think it's just mainly the
she
podcast.
did one with Aspen Ovard 8 days ago.
I don't know much about her, but people have asked us to do videos on her before. I think she has her own niche, and I see some of her Instagram content sometimes. Which
She's
I think
got a cool set.
She does have a really nice set.
That's dope.
Really good cameras too. Like her stuff, I think is like really well done. But we all just have like weird shit, because like our approach to like how we were making content was very similar to Alyssa's in the beginning, but I don't think the world was ready for it at the time. But Alyssa has hacked the algorithm in a way that is like quite impressive. And so she, I think, is the highest out of all the Ex-Mormon influencers right now.
You're right.
And I see her name more recognized, like just in random places now.
Hannah Alonso's
not Ex-Mormon. I don't even know if she's religious at all. She does anti-MLM stuff. We really like her. She's great. So yeah, the Exmo influencer space is just really interesting. It can also be really toxic. There's also some toxicness to it.
Yeah.
We're not all friends. I'll say that. I think that just happened. Like, we all belong. Like, people are like, Ex-Mormon is not a community, because it's really not. Like, even if you think about it in the Ex-Mormon influencer sense.
That, dude. It is like so.
She's not religious. Okay. Yeah. So. I talk with her in DMs all the time, but we've not talked about religion.
We're not like really. Jen and James.
No, it's not like that. But she's really nice. I've had nothing but positive interactions with her. But yeah, the Exmo influencer space is interesting because there's weird shit, there's toxic shit, there's stuff behind the scenes, there's stuff that I think will never be talked about. They're like, John Dehlin is one of the staples of the Ex-Mormon community, but there are people who have beef with John. Like, I think it really is just about finding who speaks to you in this space.
Well, I mean, the whole reason why people have issues with New Name Noah, basically he was doing the same thing that he had always been doing. And then he came in onto the scene with other Ex-Mormon TikTokers, and they held him accountable for the kind of shit that he was doing. And they were like, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah,
and
he's doing some shit people didn't like.
He took big issue with that. Microaggressions essentially was where it began against Kwaku, who was on Provost Most Eligible. And then it kind of spiraled out of control from there because he did not want to change. And he did not see the error of his ways and stuff like that. So,
Kaylee, I just saw her in here. Kaylee and I went to school together. We were in high school together, and I love
people
her
from high school.
I don't know if you've typed in the chat before, Kaylee. I don't know why I just noticed it, but I literally remember.
We can look.
Kaylee and I. When she was dating her now husband, when she was like long distance dating her now husband, I think I remember talking to him. Like, was it on my home phone? Like, was it on my mom's landline that we were talking, like sitting on our bed and talking to him? Oh my God, what a memory. That was like our freshman year, I think. Or when we ditched class that one time and we went and had cigarettes with Cody on the steps outside the school. Oh my God.
Damn, I don't even smoke a cigarette. Sounds really nice right now.
I didn't, because I was Mormon at the time and I was trying to be a good girl. So I just sat there. But anyway, yeah, there's lots of tea in the Ex-Mormon community. I just try to stay out of it. This is why I don't like to be pigeonholed here.
Yeah, I don't even really like Ex-Mormon anymore. Especially lately, it's just been like a fucking shithole of AI generated images, and it's pissing me off because those posts get upvoted. I'm like, why are we doing this? It's not funny. It's gross. It's destroying the planet. Why are we doing this still? So I don't know. It runs the gamut with people on like what people think and whatever, because there's not a consensus. Like people just like deconstruct however they want. And anyway, new name Noah was doing microaggressions. Like obviously we all hate Kwaku L because
Just
he
because
sucks.
he's a bigot.
But he was like going really hard on the microaggressions, and people were like, "You need to not do that. That's wrong." And
Thanks
he
for
was
hanging out, Cleo.
doubling down on it. So,
and the Joe Bros. Yes, we went to the Jonas Brothers together. Hannah Montana, Joe Bros. Oh yes,
that's some dead internet theory there. Seriously, I don't know. I feel like when you're really progressive, you don't really fit in Ex-Mormon because there's a lot of people who are still conservatives and stuff on r/Ex-Mormon.
I will be happy with our channel even if it were to never grow from this point, because I really love the community that we've created. I think part of it is I believe McKay and I are too political. I believe McKay and I are too politically progressive for like mainstream YouTube. Like if you look at the really popular, like not just Ex-Mormon influencers, but like really popular people on YouTube, like politics are usually absent from the equation. Talking about gay people is usually absent from the equation. Yes, there are exceptions to that.
But like really, I feel like a lot of people draw the line when it comes, like gay marriage is an easy one for people to talk about because currently it is backed up by Supreme Court ruling or whatever. But when you start talking about trans people, then that's where a lot of people draw the line. And over here, we're talking about trans people.
Mm-hmm.
Trans people are valid. They have a right to exist. Trans kids have a right to exist. And a lot of people don't like that. We are so open about that. And I don't see a lot of other people in our same corner on that one.
No, definitely not. And if that means we have a smaller community, then like I'm okay with that, because I don't want like bigots and white supremacists and like weirdos to be watching our content if like that's how they, like obviously I can't prevent people from doing that, but at the same time like I like the fact that I feel like we've created a space that is specific to like what we believe and people and everybody feeling safe here. And you know,
it's the Hassan principle.
Yes,
we could be raking in the money if
we went the other way,
decided to do a right-wing slant. We
totally could. That's why there's so many right-wing podcasts, right? But it's like I like keeping it smaller for that reason, because nobody questions like our stances on those things, and like we've created a space that's safe in that way. And as shit gets crazier and weirder, and sometimes you fuck up in collaborations, right? Like early on in our YouTube career, we did something that maybe I wouldn't do again if given the opportunity.
Definitely wouldn't.
But that's the thing about this space is you can't do it perfectly, and sometimes you figure shit out as you go. Then you can only try to make amends where you can and try to move on. Baloney, do you have to step on my laptop?
Like the Young Turks. Exactly like the Young Turks. Big hate to the Young Turks for their heel turn.
Well, I think it's needed. I saw a TikTok the other day where they were talking about a recent study that came out where they talked about the differences in like right-wing podcasts and right-wing popularity. Like, you know, obviously Joe Rogan, Theo Von, the big ones. And the comparison to the left-leaning like media podcast space, and like the biggest person that they had for left-leaning media like wasn't even Hassan, it was Trevor Noah. And ask me as like a left-leaning person if I've ever listened to Trevor Noah one day in my life, the answer would be no. And I think that's part of the problem.
Trevor Noah is fucking annoying.
I think that's part of the problem, is that the media space is so unbalanced right now, which is why I'm fine sitting where we do, because I feel like even though we're not mainly political commentators, I feel like we're creating a space that is safe for that commentary, and that to me almost feels more important than like whatever we're doing content wise.
Who was it that said The Void? Honestly, part of why I hang out in this community is because of how openly pro-trans y'all are. I'm going to have to flee to the only home I've ever known soon because I'm trans, which like that's part of it too. Like when I think of our own kid, like I would be devastated if he looked us up on YouTube one day and saw something that we were saying that applied to him in that capacity. And it wasn't something that I would be proud to say to his face. Like, that is like my guiding principle is like, he's going on 5 now and he's going to find himself at some point in the world. And I don't ever want to put out anything on this internet that he can't control, that I would be uncomfortable about, with him finding someday. Because like he loves YouTube. And we talk about it. It's like not even like this weird concept to him that we are on a YouTube channel, because sometimes we're on the TV and he sees us. He's not interested, obviously. He's just talking. But like,
he hears us talk all the time. He doesn't care.
Really at some point he's going to be curious about what we have to say.
Yeah.
And you know, that's kind of my guiding principle or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, I like that that's what we've created. I've always felt good about our community here. And, you know.
Yeah.
The internet's a wild place, you know. The rise and fall of people you like. And
a Midwest princess.
You know, it's like YouTube's a crazy place, and influencers are people. Like, influencers are weird people. And it's sad to see, like, people like, you know, H3 implode. It's sad to see people that you cared about and like watched at one point implode. Like, I think it's just the nature of the internet is you never know what's going on in people's lives, and sometimes they disappoint you. And that's the parasocialness of it, I guess.
I hope that we have never disappointed anybody with the kinds of things that we say in that regard, because, you know,
I feel like we try to fix it if stuff comes up.
Right.
You know, like my aim is to like correct, like we always come back and make corrections on videos if needed.
Chappell Roan reference. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it is.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. And you want to, I mean, I like to be my authentic self, and I'm not going to, you know, say something different just because I want views or whatever. I just want to be honest. I think we're even a little progressive for even the people that I know in real life who are like, oh yeah, I came across your thing. Like, maybe they'll say it and they'll stick around, and then we say something that's a little too spicy for them, and then they're like, whatever. They don't ever like say anything about it. But after the H3 with the split of,
I knew we were going down a path when after Leftovers ended, and I was so disappointed because we watched Leftovers
I loved
religiously.
Leftovers. Yeah, we used to watch H3 all the time.
We're officially fallen fans.
We're officially fallen fans,
as Ethan would say.
Yeah, after he started like going on this huge tirade against Hassan and really kind of
like obsessed,
really like. The thing that really did me in is the way that he has denied, but seems to be parroting the same talking points as Destiny. I don't like Destiny. I think
we're getting close to Destiny. We're in trouble.
Yeah,
we're in trouble.
You are cooked in my. Like, it's crazy too, because a lot of you probably have seen clips of Destiny on TikTok, and in those clips, he's probably pretty agreeable when he's talking about like abortion and stuff like that. But pretty much anything beyond that, oh my God, it is like embarrassing.
And it's so disappointing because H3 used to be our comfort show. You know, like we used to watch it every day. We loved the crew. Now all the crew is leaving.
I know. Anyone who's stuck around, like our favorites, are kind of turned sour on that. Hassan Piker fans are just as nuts as Barbs. He's like top 5 internet person not to start beef with. Yeah. Dude, the Barbs are crazy. Shout out to the Barbs.
We are big fans of Hassan, and that's why I was so thrilled when him and Ethan got together, because I thought maybe Hassan could even pull Ethan a little bit the other way, you know? And
well, and I was introduced to Hassan from Ethan when they first had him on to do I remember watching clips of him the first time that he was on the show in the car eating lunch when I was working for the church. And at the time I was like, this guy kind of spitting. That's damn. And Destiny is considered left, but honestly, he'll side with anything. Yeah. Left is like super fucking generous, honestly. The H3 crew tried to deny Jake Doolittle's disability. Yeah, the H3ers really went in on him. And Adam McIntyre. I don't really like Adam McIntyre.
I don't have really an opinion on him.
But the way that they went on him is like crazy.
Who's left the cast of H3? So Sam left first.
Cam left before Sam, I think.
Cam left before Sam?
I can't remember.
Maybe Cam did. Cam, Sam,
Ian.
And then Ian just now.
Yeah, just last week or something.
Olivia's starting to stream and things. And I'm starting to wonder if she's trying to make her own. Ethan yelled at her a little bit ago.
Yeah, I really hated that. And people, like, all the people were, like, trying to... Yeah, it was over, like, a pronouns thing, and he went, like, full reactionary on that.
Maybe he apologized to her, and she's not offended by it, but I don't know. It bothered me. But everybody has, like, wild fans, you know? Like, their H3 fans can be rabid. Hassan's fans can be rabid. Like, there's, like...
Every internet community can, like,
has parasocial
right?
weirdness, right? Like, it's... You can't control it. It like happens by nature, and the content creators can't really do much about it.
I work with a queer anarchist space in Tokyo, and one of our staff is a diehard Hassan fan. He visited here recently, and I was worried for her health. LMAO. That's funny.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Don't go down the H3T rabbit hole. It's crazy.
Oh my God. And the way that Ethan's using lawsuits to like silence critics and like all that shit, it's really disappointing to see him going down this hole where he thinks that because he's won lawsuits that are like landmark lawsuits
and are like important to the YouTube community. Nobody's denying that.
That he just can use that to do whatever the fuck he wants and like silence his,
which is disappointing,
his critics and stuff like that.
I don't know. I feel like, to me, like, as my therapist brain wonders if there's like something serious and stressful going on that's causing this to come out in a work context.
The H3 Snark subreddit, that's another one. It got shut. They had to put it
shut it down.
They shut it down because of these threats that Ethan had been making, and apparently it's subpoenaed like the mods and people who were participating in this sub like in a big way. That's another sub that I cannot participate in it because they were like, I've left the H3 cult, and I'm like, you guys need to fucking stop with that kind of language. You don't understand.
It's weird. It's not that deep.
You need to chill.
But
yeah, it's been dark for like a month, but up until last month.
Sarah, were you a fishy? Because I'm also a Trisha hater. I'm also a diehard Trisha hater. I hated her I watched it because of Ethan. I hated her on Frenemies. I strongly dislike her now. Were you in Trishy land? Because I was devastated when Trishy land went away. I do not like Trisha at all. I do not think she deserves a redemption arc. I think she is toxic.
Oh my God. The way people idolize her on TikTok, I'm like, are we in the same fucking universe?
People talk about Palestine, but let's talk about Trisha and Palestine, because those two don't go together. Not while she's married to Moses, anyway.
Or Trisha and like...
Trisha's offended every possible group on the internet out there. Like, that's truly a feat when you've offended like every single group that could exist.
Yeah, he's pulling in Illuminati with the lawsuits. Or
Blonde Sundoll for MJ.
Fucking yes. Who am I thinking of? Oh, Lauren the Mortician is doing the same thing.
Trisha is anti-Semitic as fuck, and she always has been.
Yeah,
she is wild, and she exploits her kids on the internet. And
not a fan.
You know, I don't like H3 anymore, right? Like, I'm super disappointed to feel like I can't like Ethan at H3 anymore. But what she did to them even was fucked up at the time. Yeah. Like, I can't deal with Trisha. She is married to Hila's. Well, yeah, so it's Ethan's brother-in-law because it's Hila's brother. Where does one even start with Trisha?
Yeah, Ethan is Ethan's brother-in-law is married to Trisha, which also, did y'all see the tattoo that he got of Hila? What the fuck? It looks so bad.
I'm just not a fan of portraits. It looks, like tattoo portraits. Like I feel like they just can't be done. It doesn't even look
like her.
It just can't be done well, I don't think.
There are people who do it well, but like I don't know if it's the photo or whatever, but if it didn't say that little caption on it, I would not have known who it was. It looks so bad. Somebody needs to put a stop on like his bank account for that shit or whatever.
He's got the tattoo craze right now because he got his first one, and then once you get that first one, they all just start. You get that intensity, right?
No, Ethan got the tattoo.
Ethan got a tattoo of Hila,
and it just looks. It does not look good.
Yeah, they're not even on speaking terms, which is a whole crazy thing. Yeah,
Colleen
Trisha's a
Ballinger.
Yeah, Colleen Ballinger's table too.
Yeah, she came back just like. Here's the thing that I always. And every time somebody comes back from a fucking career-ending thing, I go, cancel culture is not real. Because these people, they just come back and they just start posting, and it all goes away.
Trisha is the perfect example of why cancel culture is not real.
Colleen Ballinger, person we've talked about on our channel, fucking Nurse Hannah went back to posting like nothing ever happened. Like... crazy.
Toxic gossip train. Yeah, Colleen Ballinger is back. She posted something the other day too.
The last H3 video I saw was trying to figure out the whole Alex Weiss cult drama. Oh man, that was a long time ago. I remember that too. I can't deal with like the constant drama. Like when Ethan would get fixated on something and it would be like the constant topic for like shows at a time, and everybody was like, bruh, we got to move on from this. Like like I feel so bad for the crew at this point because it's like, how many days are we going to talk about Hassan and then the content nuke that did absolutely nothing? It was just all r/Destiny GG.
And again, I'm so disappointed because I know he's not a perfect person, but we've been watching him for a long time, and he was a comfort creator regardless of his imperfections prior to this, but this is just disappointing.
Except cancel culture one with Amber Heard. I think it was misogyny. Like
I don't
it
really know enough about it to say. But I do think there was a lot of
vacuum.
misogyny in there that was unnecessary.
Because that was like a right wing push too. That wasn't just like a.
Well, just like the Blake Lively, Justin thing that's happening right now. It's kind of similar.
Yeah, dude, your feet are cold.
I know. I need you to turn my heater on.
I don't want to turn it on because
I know it's going to be too loud.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Illuminati. I've never even seen like any of the videos, but I do remember drama around that.
Did Illuminati come back?
I don't know.
I feel like people quit watching her.
One person, one opinion. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, YouTube drama is crazy.
It's insane.
I need Jenna Marbles back too. The best compliments I used to get when my hair was really platinum was when people would tell me that they reminded.
People still pretty regularly say it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel good. I love Jenna Marbles. I used to watch her videos.
Crochet. Show off your crochet.
Oh, yes. Feel free to remind me because otherwise I literally will forget. I never watched the Amber Heard stuff because it was just misogyny. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't like Blake, really. Like, I don't really have an opinion. I don't know why. Maybe it's the misogyny that a part of me that doesn't like her, the misogyny that I've gotten from culture, but I think all of this drama with them is like bullshit. Like, I think it's just misogyny and he's just pulling it out of his ass to try to make her look bad, and it's easy to do because she's a woman. Okay, here's my project that I just finished. His eye got pushed in a little bit because I didn't put it in right, but this is my little Easter peep.
That's what she said.
It's my little Easter peep.
How does that work? I don't even know.
What?
You didn't hear me.
Oh, I was like, what?
Crochet. Yeah, this is like Jordan's first kind of like big plushie that she's tried to do. So
Jen, I was actually thinking about doing that.
It's not too late to make a chemo hat or scarf for James.
I could definitely do.
It's almost summer in Missouri, but I guess yeah, that's fair.
So this is my peep. I also made an egg. I have a bunch of granny squares for a blanket that I'll probably never finish. But at least I am practicing, right? I am practicing. So this is my Easter peep.
Easter peep.
He's
Shout
very
out.
cute. I only wanted
Does everybody
to
else hate peeps? Because I love peeps, and everybody hates on it. It's just a marshmallow, y'all.
Bro,
covered in sugar.
The only thing I have learned from this experience is how bad I am at doing things with my hands because it takes me 10 years to figure out how to do anything. 1. And 2, I can't count. I can't count. You know how many times and maybe this is just a regular crochet thing. You know how many times I start over? You know how many times I have to go,
huh?
What number was that? I have to count like 45 fucking times because I can't remember what I was at and my stitches are always not enough or wrong. So I have to count like every time and it's always fucked up. And I'm teaching all my beginning art students to crochet. We're making a crochet decor wreath. That's so cute. I love that.
It is just pure sugar.
Stale peeps are the best peeps.
Carrie is the same as you.
Stale peeps are the best peeps. I highly agree. I can't eat them when they're soft.
We should just freeze them, low key.
We could do that.
We should try that.
Frogging and starting over in the name of the game. Literally. It's just like every time. I'm like, oh, I'm missing one.
Okay, I made fun of pickleball. Frogging. I'm making fun of frogging too.
Carrie and I do have stitch markers and I still lose count and fuck up.
She's funny.
It's because I do it while watching TV sometimes too, so I think the stitch counters are the only thing saving my ass. Like, let's be real. But I think I just get distracted and then I forget.
Peep s'more sounds so good. Although I did see how to make marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
I want to make marshmallows and do s'mores with my own marshmallows. Somebody in the chat was asking about cooking with McKay.
Oh yeah,
I haven't had anything really that I wanted to record for anybody. So the next time that I have something that I want to record,
you could just do that barbacoa recipe. That's really good.
I don't know. That's stolen valor because I got that off the
internet.
Yeah,
well, obviously we'll credit the girl who put it together. There's this like dope ass barbacoa recipe that I found on TikTok that McKay and I have made like multiple times now. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. Amanda, get licensed in Texas. I know, it's kind of funny because I feel like I need to make a list of like where people are who would want to see me, and I just need to like slowly start licensing myself in those states. Because like obviously I'll be licensed. I'm licensed in Utah now. I'll be independently licensed hopefully in a month or 2. And then my next priority will be Colorado because I got here. But yeah, then I've got to start looking at where else I want to get licensed and not overwhelm myself with having to keep track of.
Not a HelloFresh sponsor. I won't work with HelloFresh because they're anti-union or something. I can't remember what it was. They were like gross, doing gross shit a couple years ago. It stuck with me. I don't fuck with it anymore.
No ethical consumption or capitalism, but we try to be picky about sponsors.
If you're union busting or doing shit like that, I'm definitely, there's no recovering from that. That's a hard stop for me.
How does multiple state licensure work? I want to get it eventually. So the annoying part about multi-state licensure, they're trying to work on a compact right now. I think it's just for psychologists. We'll see if it branches out. But like the idea is like there's eventually an interstate compact where like all these states agree that if everybody passes these specific things. What did I just do? I just like
only good sponsors are dildo.
I just like broke this for some reason.
Is it?
So like everybody agrees to the same requirements and then everybody is licensed in like said specific states. There's nothing like that right now. It's just kind of like on the docket in Congress right now. But every state has different requirements. So like Utah has a different number of hours versus Colorado. Colorado has like more hours in comparison to Utah and different requirements. And so like you have to go through every fucking state and see like where you like California I've heard is like notoriously difficult to get licensed in. Idaho's like really easy and has like just a telehealth license. Like it's a whole thing. And then you have to keep track of because you have to have like CEUs or like trainings for each state and you have to like submit them so that you can maintain your license in each state. So that's why a lot of people don't get licensed in a bunch of places because it's like a bunch of fucking work to maintain it all and make sure that like your training is qualifying each state. And it's like a whole fucking thing. So if you don't need to get licensed in multiple states, like there's not a need for it. But if you want to expand, like in my case, it's helpful for me because I have you guys who are all over And so it helps expand my client base. But yeah.
Look at this. HelloFresh meatball recipe that slaps. I know exactly the one.
We used
Firecracker
to have
meatballs
HelloFresh years ago, and the firecracker meatballs are dope. No lie.
I occasionally will make it just off the recipe because I keep those cards.
Stay away from BetterHelp.
Yeah, we don't. BetterHelp. That's a weeder for me. If you take a BetterHelp sponsorship, nah, I'm not watching you. That is a big weeder. Like, we are too far in. Well, that whole situation.
They got fined.
To not be in the know about BetterHelp.
They got fined by, who was it? Was it the FTC? I don't remember what organization it was. It was some kind of governmental organization because BetterHelp was selling client data.
Yuck!
Client data.
That's not even the fucking worst of it, because like the way that they're exploiting their providers, the way that it encourages like really shitty client provider relationships is just not good.
And they pay therapists shit, and that impacts the care. I mean, it does.
Your H3 style crash out starts the day Jordan accepts a BetterHelp.
Literally, if I ever do that,
come to our aid. It is a cry for help
wrong.
At that point.
Something's wrong.
We are in dire straits at that point.
In Illinois, we can't provide services to anyone who's not in Illinois at the time of session. Yeah, it's like you got to be careful with your state because some of them are more stringent and strict about things than others. Like Utah, I'm all in compliance with everything because they handle things a certain way. You just gotta. It's annoying because you gotta contact the licensing agencies in every state that you're interested in and make sure that you're like meeting what they're wanting and what their laws are, because they're not the same. That's my biggest beef, is that every state does it differently. Lots of overlap, but some of them are different.
Anthony Padilla and Smosh do that. Yeah. Did Trixie do BetterHelp? If it's in the past, then it's fine.
There's some big people who do BetterHelp ones.
I'll overlook Trixie. That's different.
Trixie can't commit any crimes. I heard once, if your therapist doesn't have a therapist, find a new one. Yeah, I would caveat that with, if your therapist has never been to a therapist, find a new one. I have a therapist.
Right.
We call it my grand therapist.
The grand therapist.
I
was talking to Jordan about Trixie the other day because I love Trixie and Katya, and Jen and James introduced us to that. And I feel like I have stolen valor. Like, we don't watch Drag Race or anything like that, but I love Trixie and Katya.
We love Trixie and Katya. They can commit no crimes.
That's really disappointing with Trixie.
There are good ones out there. There are also ass therapists. If you have an ass therapist, like, I'm sorry. We've all had, like, a lot of people have had an ass therapist, and it's just like in any field. There are some people who just fucking suck at their job. Like, there are Jodies of the world out there. That's like a very extreme example.
Right.
But don't let that sully you on the entire field, because it's not all of them.
You should have to go to therapy to get licensed. Yeah, honestly.
There are some programs that require that you do a certain number of therapy sessions. Because I've talked to people who it is part of their like MSW or like program requirements that you have to go to a few sessions.
Right.
Because in my opinion, it makes you a better therapist if you've been on the other side. And you've done your own shit. Like, you've worked on your own stuff. Grinch feet. Exactly. That's the shit that drives me fucking bonkers too. Is like, some people will be like fully, completely independently licensed in some state, and then they move, and then they go to the new state, and they're like, yeah, we don't like that. You have to like you have to spend like thousands of dollars and go do some more college classes before we'll license you.
That's so
And
dumb.
I'm like, bruh, like, that's why I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
Jen said it's impossible to keep up with Drag Race. Okay.
That makes me feel better.
That makes me feel better. It's a lot. And like, I'm coming into this no drag experience, so I've never even been to a show. That would be a cool, fun thing to do sometime.
Is it okay to ask your therapist if they have a therapist? Yeah. Don't be surprised if they decide not to answer. Lots of therapists
it's up to them.
Have like firm boundaries around personal things. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing if they're not willing to answer that question, but I would like, the way that I would introduce it is like, I feel more comfortable with somebody who's like been on the other side of this process. Like, have you been to therapy in the past before? Like, do you know what it's like to be in my shoes? Like, to be on the other side? Like, that's how I would approach it. 10 grand for 4 credits when they get. That is such bullshit. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, maybe we see Trixie and Katya. I don't know. In Denver, it might be hard to get tickets.
That's true. I need more.
Did you guys see that they're moving Sundance to Boulder?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Consequences of my action chasing me right now.
Lisa from Real Housewives is gonna be mad.
I know. Fuck her. She's the worst.
You're a Lisa hater.
I am Lisa's number one hater.
I also don't really like Lisa, but not as much as you.
I'm a big hater. It's the way she's beefing with my distant cousin that I just don't like.
Is supporting women's wrongs.
My first drag show hosted bingo. That's dope. We need more drag in metal. When is somebody gonna do a metal drag show? That would be dope. That would be torture if you're in drag, but you know.
My fiance's therapist.
Love the game.
For every state he moves to, since even that's great. I didn't realize how difficult licensing requirements were for each state. Yeah, it's just bureaucratic bullshit and lots of fucking paperwork, and it's so annoying. But I heard McKay says Sundance is coming to Boulder, and the first thing out of my mouth was one more reason not to go to Boulder, because I fucking hate it over there.
Yeah,
unless I'm going hiking.
Crazy. It's too dense. Distant cousin. I'm not lying. Heather and Whitney are my distant cousins.
Yep.
I've not been to a baby metal show, but I know of baby metal. I'm not a huge fan.
I'm a Taylor from Mormon Wives hater. I really liked Taylor in the beginning. She's starting to piss me off.
Skylar K, I've got fucking news for you. Check this out.
Nightmare when see you, especially. I just hate going to Boulder. Like, it is just crazy over there. I can't deal with that.
Boom, 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 boom. Bring it over. Oh.
You should open a beauty lab and laser franchise. It would probably do well here, but probably not as well as Utah. No, Utah's got that. That's my beef with the... Well, I have beef with Demi because she's a fucking Trumper. Which I didn't know for sure. You know, you can suspect with people, but... Bye, S. Thanks for hanging out. But the body checking. Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and Layla both are constantly body checking on Instagram, and it drives me fucking crazy.
It's, yeah, excessive.
It drives
Jordan
me nuts.
always shows it to me, and I'm like, already? Again?
It drives me crazy.
Who was it? Who was I talking to just a second ago? Check that out. That's our shirt. That's commissioned that design.
Satan's Ponzi scheme.
Satan's Ponzi scheme. And then there was another one. This is our fourth wall. You can go. We're going to have to update shit because we haven't touched this in forever. This was another one based on the temple ceremony that I did. This one comes from the old what you used to have to say during the temple ceremony. But yeah, I commissioned the image, and then I decided to put that on the back and everything. So if you didn't know, now you do. I want to do more stuff like that. Where do I buy these? Oh, hold on. Let me link the fourth wall. I don't think we have it in the description right now, but they're available.
We've got our others.
I'm on the wrong one. Sorry, y'all.
Other things set up.
There's the link to it.
Oh, there you go. So body checking is essentially a behavior where you're getting in front of the camera or checking yourself repeatedly to like demonstrate how thin you are. And it's not always associated with eating disorders, but sometimes it is associated with disordered eating. Not always. It can be independent of that. But so like, you know, every time you're posting a story, like Layla does this all the time, where the only thing you can see is like here to here. So you see like her boobs and her stomach. And that's it. And then she usually just has some text over it. And I'm like, we know you're thin as fuck.
Girl, we get it.
Like, sometimes it's associated with body dysmorphia and things. So, like, if that's what's going on, like, obviously I hope they get support for that. It's not always associated with disordered eating, but body checking is.
We don't need any more of that on social media.
Yeah, it creates unhealthy habits, and people feel the need to sometimes compulsively body check. So they're like always posting pictures of themselves to get validation from other people of how thin they are, because the dysmorphia makes them feel not thin. And so if other people validate them, like it helps like the disordered eating habit, like it makes it feel better, like the body dysmorphia. This is not my specialty in terms of therapy, but it's something that I used to work at a weight loss clinic in a hospital during my internship. So this stuff came up a lot.
Yeah. I used to do that. Oh, we need to wrap it up. I got to get Jordan some Gushers.
I want Gushers.
We need a little
snack.
Need a little. I didn't think we were going to be on for this long.
Soon.
Also,
I saw that.
I'm trying to hop on Minecraft. I've got the Minecraft bug again.
I used my God created me to be a feminist ass bitch to hold my makeup brushes. I loved that one.
The mug. That was a good one.
I love that one. I need to order one of those.
I know. I still have I had a little koozie. What was the second big announcement? Was there? Oh, the second big announcement we can't make yet. Contractually obligated to not talk about it too much. So
I love Gushers. Are y'all celebrating 4 years by going to Casa Bonita? Casa Bonita is too overstimulating for me. Oh my God.
Honestly,
it's too much.
The once after going, and I don't even think that we could get tickets to get there. We went once.
After it opened.
Yeah, for Jordan's dad's birthday. That's what he wanted to do. And yeah, I think everybody should go once. I think it's good enough that everybody, if you have the opportunity, you should go.
If you're a tourist, like, and coming here, I know it's hard to get.
Yeah.
Like,
because
tickets sometimes.
Before, it was like only kitschy. The food was nasty.
The food was terrible. You went for the experience.
You went for the experience. But now the food is good. The experience is good.
The salsas are really good.
It's fun. Oh, the salsa was really good. I was surprised. I need to go there. Thanks, South Park. Yep. So thanks to the Book of Mormon for giving them the opportunity to buy Casa Bonita before it went out under and just totally overhaul it.
Yeah, because it's thriving now.
It is thriving. It is like you need in advance to have like several months in advance to be able to get a spot.
Yeah. I'm hoping that'll get better. The Void, if y'all got cast in a documentary, that would be the gag of the decade. I'm not saying anything. Not
highlighting that comment for a reason, though.
Leaving Eden. Is that the podcast we went on? Did we go on there? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I feel like we went on a podcast early on that had like Eden or something in it. Yeah, if you come out to Colorado, go to Casa Bonita. It's fun. It's fun. Cave divers while you're eating. I mean, come on.
Also, if you have a small podcast and
thank you,
you've
Tim.
Like tried to get us on and we haven't responded or whatever, we like to do small things like that because we really loved when people did that for us. We just don't have a lot of time. So if you're like trying to reach us, reach out again and we can probably figure something out.
We're hoping in terms of a timeline, late fall or late summer, fall. That's what we've been told.
I'll just say fall. Yeah. It's not really up to us. So you went on a podcast related to Ruby/Jody.
Yes. I get people all the time who tell me, I was listening to a podcast about Ruby and Jody the other day and then I heard your voice. And sometimes I forget that we've recorded these things with people.
Right.
There's a few of those out there. But
I don't think we've done too many specifically related to that
maybe one
live with people. But
yeah.
People use our clips and stuff and it's weird.
Yeah.
Meow Wolf, if you're coming to Colorado. Okay, my neighbor told us that we should go. I don't know if Jordan would be a big fan. I was a big fan of the City Museum in St. Louis, and I've heard it's kind of similar vibe to that.
People were asking us about the other documentary that just came out like the Hulu one about Ruby and Jody. We've covered this case backwards and forwards for so long that I was kind of waiting for people to see if there was anything in there that like got told that we really didn't know. And I didn't hear a lot of things that I didn't already know, which I appreciated because I feel like, God, we've done so much in-depth coverage on this shit, right? Like, I'm glad that Kevin at least had the opportunity to get up and tell his story from his perspective. You know, I still have mixed feelings about Kevin, but I'm glad he at least got to share things from his perspective. We haven't watched it. The only thing that I've seen from that documentary is some people sent us the videos of Jody during like her weird trance episode thing, which is like, as a therapist looking at that, it looks like my unprofessional opinion. My personal opinion is it looks like a big wad of bullshit is what it looks like to me.
I saw those and it was exactly what I was picturing in my head, and it made me lose any respect for anybody who fell for that shit. It was so fucking stupid.
It was so bad. It was so
bad.
But
I don't have a professional opinion. This is my professional opinion. It was a crock of shit, and
yeah, I read Sherry's book, and I think I got more out of Sherry's book than anything. I will say some of the criticisms I've heard about that, like this most recent documentary, the Hulu one in particular, was that there wasn't enough of a focus on the Mormon angle.
And no Charles the Lion.
And oh boy, I wish I could tell you guys what I know. I wish I could tell you guys what I know. Because that won't be a problem.
Don't worry.
So that's like my biggest thing. But I get it if it was like Kevin and Sherry and Chad, and all of them are still Mormon from my understanding. So I wouldn't be surprised if like one of their contingencies on participating in that documentary was, we're not going to talk about Mormonism. Like, we're not going to talk about Mormonism's role in this at all. So
right.
That's just me speculating.
What do we mean?
What do you mean?
We're being mysterious.
I'm being purposely vague.
And we're not. We've sworn an oath.
It's a contract, so I can't, like, even if I wanted
it's
to.
Different. Yeah, they've asked us to zip it.
We've signed the papers, so.
We've done extra stuff related to that, so when they're doing, like, advertising or stuff, you should see us.
You'll be the first to know. Believe us.
Know.
You'll be the first to know.
You'll know when it happens.
Yeah,
you'll be in the room when it happens.
You'll be in the room where it happens, right? So I think Mormon Stories did do an episode about, so like obviously John and them are going to go like hella in depth on that. So if you want more of the Mormon angle on the doc specifically, then that's probably a good place to go. But they probably
John said that he was requested not to show up in some of those Juby things because the Frankies don't want him. That would make sense.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
That makes sense.
That is interesting.
Tell him to hurry up. I wish I could. They were trying to add. Never mind. I won't say anything. They were hoping to get extra stuff in there.
So all that to say, we're probably not going to make a video
about it. They kind of put stuff on hold.
We're probably not going to make a video about that documentary, to be honest.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be like very reiterating a lot of the things that we talked about extensively.
We've done so much, and I don't want to come off like we're just trying to clout chase this really tragic situation. Like really, we just want to add commentary to this stuff. You don't need me to tell you that the fucking demon possession was cringe.
You already know that was fucked up.
Like,
oh, that's funny. Yeah, so I mean, don't watch her video on that because I don't think we're gonna do it. But there's other Mormon content creators who have done it. So if you really need your fix there, then
don't worry.
Then
there'll be
go
stuff
to
in the
them
future
because they will tell you everything you need to know. I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but I forgot.
To talk about it. I mean, we've done stuff extensively on it. It's just not something that feels like it's got enough substance to it to really feel like we need to do an update on it. There was that like exclusive footage or whatever that they hadn't included in videos and stuff like that.
It's just none of that stuff was surprising to me, you know? Like none of that stuff was.
Can't find the live stream you did the night of the arrest.
It should still be there.
We didn't do a live stream that night. It was
the next day.
It was the next day we did a video. So
Jody just trying to excuse everything by demon, yeah.
No, she is the demon. There's no possession going on. She's in full control of being a demon or not.
She's just and manipulative.
She chooses, to be a demon, whether that be by her own free will and volition or some sort of fucking personality disorder or something like that. But
just she's pick your demon. Flavor of Mormon influencer. That is what it is. I'm not saying that she's a demon because she has a personality disorder, but that's the path that she has chosen. Oh, yeah, Jen makes a good point. Sometimes you have to click on the live tab, not just videos.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but it was like September 1st or August 31st of 2023.
That's
so you have to
go
back a while.
John is really tall. I'm trying to think back to our interview with him.
He's a couple inches taller than me.
I was going to say he's taller than you, and he's 6'3", so that would be about right.
Ballsy of anyone to tilt at that man. He's a teddy bear, though.
He is. He's really... I don't, we don't always agree with John's takes on everything, but he is a genuinely nice man, and my experience with him personally was very positive. So, and Natalie Lawyer-Chick has been covering some of this too, and Natalie's iconic.
Natalie's Natalie's good because she's got a much different niche to offer than what we've got.
That lawyer knowledge. I remember when we streamed with her and she broke things down, and she's like,
good.
She's brilliant.
She's good. We love her.
She's got the brains, man. She's super smart. I always appreciate her.
I can't watch her because she's too smart and she knows things. She talks about stuff that I don't understand. So I'd rather not feel stupid because I do that by myself just fine.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Hannahs removed their channel, honestly. They're mixed up in all that. They get like less talked about, I think, than everybody else, but they kind of started all this shit with Ruby and Jody. They were instrumental in all of this. They were part of it.
Damn, we just hit the 3-hour mark. Holy shit.
Well, we did a 3-hour stream for our 4-hour anniversary.
Our 4-hour anniversary?
4-hour anniversary. Whatever, you know what I mean?
4-hour anniversary.
No, McKay would not lie about his height. Also, if we stood up here, stand over here.
Dead fucking serious. Watch this shit, yo.
Look at that height difference.
What can I use as a... Here's a guitar.
So if that ain't obvious enough, he is a full head taller than me.
I forget how much of a unit McKay is. Just imagine that, and I'm in Honduras where the average height is slightly shorter than Jordan. He was around the same height. I hit my head on so many fucking door frames. Like, I probably had permanent brain damage from it.
Violent and Zayden heights for real.
I am basically all legs. I know, I hate that. McKay picked me up and put me on top of the fridge. You were going away.
Yeah, he is tall. Like, I wonder why my neck hurts all the time. And it's because when I'm having a conversation with him, if we're standing up, I have to go like this.
Dude, I was the white giant. Don't go to Japan. I know. I just think of like Hassan when he goes to Japan, and it's like he's buff too, and he's probably around my same height, I think.
I am 5'3", so I'm fairly short.
I like how my whole like shoulders and head was just completely cut off. I'm American, and I use random items as a measure. I know. I didn't have anything or like a tape measure or whatever. Not that you guys could even see a tape measure.
Stool. I do.
Okay. Or a banana. Is it hard for you guys to kiss? It breaks Jordan's neck.
It does, because I have to like.
I lean over because I'm nice. McKay put me in a tree.
Potato. Oh my god. Thank you, Presby Conductor. That's so nice of you to say.
Anyway.
All in all, we're so grateful for you guys. We wouldn't have... Nose itchy. We wouldn't have a channel to celebrate a 4-year anniversary if it weren't for you guys. So thank you for making it happen. We are ever so grateful for all of you and everything that you, and especially members and patrons, like especially to you guys who help us financially support this work, because it takes a lot of time and effort. And so it's nice to be compensated for that time and delivering you the content that we feel like you deserve. So, and thank you especially to our mods who have been with us. Like most of our mods have been with us since the beginning. Sage especially has been with us since before we even made the YouTube channel.
Sage, yeah. Hannah's gone to bed. Funny Fridays. Just Funny Fridays is just modding for the fucking love of the game.
We love it.
We love it. Sage too. Shout out to Sage. We love all of our mods on Discord and some of our other mods didn't make it, but that's fine.
But we love them too. They have busy lives.
Everybody's got busy lives. Sage is the fucking mod extraordinaire on the Discord.
For real.
And,
So watch all of our, like, don't panic if you see this stuff shift, if you see pictures change and logos and names and shit. If you see shifts, you will now know why. But
yep.
No, other than that, everything else is staying the same. We'll do our usual shit.
Doing the usual shit.
Usual shit.
Grid night every... Oh, excuse me.
Video tomorrow. Don't forget to tune into the live chat so we can all talk together. And then there is a watch party next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We'll do... the Princess Bride.
Princess Bride watch party next Wednesday.
If you want to,
patrons and members.
If you want to do that, you can join the lowest tier as $1. It's just kind of like to
sidestep copyright.
We're kind of doing piracy, but low key, just to kind of close.
But we don't talk about that.
We don't get in trouble. We do them over on the Discord. You can join and just do that. Join and cancel. I don't give a shit. Honestly, we're doing it because we like to hang out and watch movies and shit like that. But
we'll
Princess
see you tomorrow and next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday and grid night. Grid bless you all, and the stream will be thank you. Grid night.